is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Strong opening. Thank you, Patricia. Welcome to DBL. It's Tuesday, November 17th. I am Tori here with the lovely Lindsay and Brandon. Good to see you both.
What's going on?
Not much. I'm just glad to see your faces. It is a joy.
I know, even though we split apart.
So close and yet so far.
Are we really serious today? Because you just called our producer, Patty, Patricia by her government name.
She calls me Victoria.
Okay.
Interesting. Good talk. Okay. All right, let's get right to it because the transition tensions between President Trump and President-elect Biden are heating up. So after Biden warned yesterday that more people may die if the two administrations fail to coordinate their coronavirus response, take a look.
More people may die. if we don't coordinate. If we have to wait until January 20th to start that planning, it puts us behind over a month, month and a half. It would make it a lot easier if the president were to participate, but I find this more embarrassing for the country than debilitating for my ability to get started.
So the question is, does Biden have a point that failing to coordinate will result in actually more deaths, or is this fear-mongering trying to pressure and shame President Trump? Thoughts?
I mean, I think saying people are going to die in a time where people are really struggling right now is a little bit of fear-mongering. However, I do think that 2/3 of the Georgia vote is counted, and so therefore it is what it is. Kamala and Joe Biden are going to be the next people in charge. I just think that President Trump needs to hand over power in the same way that Bush did with Obama, in the same way that Obama did with President Trump, because not only does it make us look good as a country to other countries, it's actually just people need to be informed about foreign policies and moving forward. And yes, it can be done in December and January, and the plan is largely put in place for COVID based on what Trump and Pence have in place. And so there's not going to be major changes if Biden comes in and does anything specific. But I think that he needs to know, and we need to look good to other countries to not be seen as a joke mostly.
I disagree with you on the fear-mongering thing. I want to hear your take, Brandon.
I think it is fear-mongering. And, you know, you usually...
So I got two of you to go against.
But you usually hear that on the conservative side. So that's why it's come to some sort of shock to me to hear Joe Biden come out with this. Because you've already put together, or you've already begun to put together a task force. Now, I understand you may not know the ins and outs and the details of the everyday meetings that the current administration's task force is going with and doing right now. But you're putting together some sort of plan. As soon as we get this election thing thrown out of here, which I'm hoping it was, you know, we can get this done after this show, hopefully, then I think that Joe Biden, if you look at this, look what you're about to inherit. This could work for him. We could be talking about summertime next year. We can be calling him the one who got us out of this corona thing, because we got people that are going to die today regardless. And I'm not trying to say that, you know, that people are going to die from this virus regardless, but we got two promising vaccines coming out, and you have the ability to come in with your task force. This could help him.
Okay, I disagree with both of you, but let me comments agree with you. Just so you know, we got some comments coming in already. Mainlining the Truth, nice name from Twitter, says, this is unnecessary fear-mongering. Adnil says President Trump not providing access is not causing death. Labs are still doing their work, much to Brandon's say. This is Biden putting blame on the president. Betty says the president is being petty and Biden is right. This will end up costing lives. But is anyone surprised that Trump's ego is standing in the way? We can all move on from that. A lot of people agree with you. I just want to bring up the fact that in the 9/11 Commission, this was reported, September 11th, 2011. This is what they said. The 36-day delay cut in half the normal transition period between, remember, they couldn't get Bush and Gore ready for the 2000s. They had to go to the Supreme Court. Given that a presidential election in the United States brings wholesale change in personnel, this loss of time hampered the new administration in identifying, recruiting, clearing, and obtaining Senate confirmation of key appointees. They go on to say it could have perhaps prevented the 9/11 attack. Details matter. And I think not knowing those details makes you not be able to build a plan. I hear you guys.
But I think that's something completely different. We're talking about terrorism, and we're talking about
that's because they didn't have the virus. But it's the same kind of thing. The virus is in some way terroristic, meaning that it's taken over, and unless you know the details of everything, things can get missed.
But Tori,
this is the 9/11 Commission saying that.
But we didn't go through a lockdown pre-9/11. We had to go through a lockdown because of this virus. So Joe Biden coming in, I think that's something completely different.
I disagree, but I hear you what you're saying. They're not the same. I just think
at the end of his statement in that soundbite that we played, Joe Biden did say, I'm still going to be able to do my job, but I would love if the president meets me halfway, basically. And so I think that's what Brandon's saying, is that you're still going to move forward with your task force, and Pence and Trump are still going to move forward in the way that they're going to lead through January.
But that's all I'm saying, is that leaves holes. Right? When you don't get a full, normal transition, it leaves holes. Okay. And holes can be dangerous. All right. Yeah. Nice job, everybody. All right. A lot of people are wondering now that 2 potential vaccines have been proven to be highly effective. Who's getting them? Am I right? According to the CDC, they've identified 4 groups that get top priority. First, the healthcare workers, bravo, like doctors, nurses, and lab technicians. Next, the essential workers, people on the front lines who can't work from home. Third are people with underlying medical conditions, of course. And finally, older adults, people over the age of 65 who have the greatest greatest risk of complications. But we have a question. Will the rich jump the line and get access before ordinary Americans? And I had a long talk about this with my dad and trying to figure out what happens, and he brought up something, and I want to ask you, would the NFL get it like before all of us? Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
Could the whole NBA get this vaccine? And in that way, the rich are jumping the line. What do you think about that?
If we're going to bring it to the sports world, I don't think so, because you don't want these top tier athletes, your money maker, to be a guinea pig on this. Because remember, yes,
they were a guinea pig by sitting in a bubble for months. They were a guinea pig when they got tested before entering the bubble.
Yeah, but you
and
also,
in the NFL, there's still people that are still getting COVID and still playing.
But Lindsay, no one injected anything in them.
It is 90% and higher effective.
Yeah, but yes, because I've invested in both Moderna and Pfizer, so I'm watching my Robinhood app, watching those stocks boom. But yes, I don't want people to fall into that lull of thinking, oh, it's 90% effective. But it's also, they haven't tested on people with pre-existing conditions, underlying conditions. They haven't tested on the elderly yet. So, yes, it may be 90%.
I'm saying after they tested through everyone, will the NFL be able to reach over and just say, you know what, we'll get some
When
too.
we had no tests, the NFL reached over.
That's what I'm saying.
So what's the difference? Of course rich people are going to do it, but I think the question is, do rich people want to do it? Are people going to be guinea pigs in the beginning? And not that our system should be completely set up so that only rich people win.
Of course.
But I really do hope that it gets into the hands of those healthcare workers and everybody else that really needs it so that they can save lives in the meantime. And people like us, I think that we're all pretty healthy right here, will stay and wear our masks. And as we've been shown over time, masks are even more effective than we thought they were. So just stay safe, stay inside, relax, just until mid-year next year, and just calm down.
There's more Netflix, everyone out there.
Right, lots of good movies.
There really is. I totally agree with you. Before we go to break, we've got some heartwarming video to share you. 4 astronauts arrived at the International Space Station last night. They were greeted with big hugs and smiles after their 27-hour trip from Florida. 3 American astronauts and 1 Japanese astronaut made the journey. This is what I want the world to be like, right? Check out who else joined the crew aboard the ISS. That is little baby Yoda. That tagged along for the mission.
So, 27 hours on a rocket ship. I mean, you can't have your iPod or your iPad or your phone to watch Netflix.
No, you're in 7G. You're like,
you gotta have conversations
for 27 hours.
No, right as you're leaving the atmosphere. Excuse me.
Like, what do you do that entire 27 hours?
Apparently, most people throw up. I've done a lot of, but well, the jolt is very hard. But after that, once you get in past the atmosphere, you float, and there's a lot. It's relaxing.
Listen, I just think that Yoda is cool because I like when people take travel pictures and put their stuffed animal wherever. But imagine if you're in space. That's like the ultimate travel
One
picture.
of those you should be here.
Right.
Yeah, right. Did you guys think it's weird to see people hug? Because it's like they
I'm
can
sure
hug.
They're pretty safe,
no,
right?
I know, but it's weird just to see a visual of hugging.
Right, because now it's like this awkward, like, when you see people, you're like, hey.
You two have spouses, you hug all the time. Like, it's normal for y'all. If you see me hug somebody, that's a little
Oh, my God. Let me get the violin.
Coming up on DBL, former One Direction singer Harry Styles is the latest Vogue cover model, and he's donning a dress. DBL Nation, you have a lot to say, and we're sharing your comments. And the man Taylor Swift labeled a bully makes a new move in their ongoing feud. Why Taylor isn't so happy about it. Coming up next.
This week, President Donald Trump tweeted that Dominion, a company that makes and operates voting machines, was responsible for 2.7 million Trump votes being deleted and hundreds of thousands of Trump votes being switched to Joe Biden. To find out if this is true, we checked with the Department of Homeland Security, the state departments of Michigan and Georgia, and statements from Dominion and Edison Research. Now, the White House hasn't responded to our request for sources on this claim, but the president's tweet links to a conservative news outlet. They cite a, quote, unaudited analysis of data obtained from Edison Research. So we checked with Edison Research. Their president, Larry Rosen, told us they never created any report like this or published any data that leads to this claim, adding, quote, we have no evidence of voter fraud. That means there's currently no evidence, period, to support the president's claim. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, is an agency under the oversight of the Department of Homeland Security. Now, they started their own Rumorverse reality page where they investigate viral rumors. Now, Thursday, after the president's tweet, they published this joint statement along with other government agencies. It says, quote, "There is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised." Bottom line, there's no evidence to support the president's claim that voting machines led to votes being lost or deleted. If you've got other election claims you want us to look into, send us an email. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Welcome back to DBL. The drama between Taylor Swift and record executive Scooter Braun continues. It all started last year when Scooter bought her old music label and the rights to most of her songs. Scooter has now sold them in a deal worth more than $300 million. Taylor explained it all on Twitter, saying she approached Scooter about buying back her music, but realized he'd still profit from her songs. She was also asked to sign an agreement stating she would never say anything bad about Scooter. So Taylor walked away and will now re-record her past 6 albums. I'm a T-Swift fan. I've always been since 2006. Tim McGraw with her and an acoustic guitar and a Heartbreak. I love this. Prince did it. She owns her master records. She gets to make the money. She's been someone who pushed for this forever. What do you think, Linz? Oh, Brandon, go ahead.
When you say she owns it, he owns the masters, she owns the publishing. So
right, okay.
What that means when she, who owns the recorded music versus the published music. So if we have a Tori Showman commercial and you want to use Shake It Off, you reach out to Scooter Braun because he owns the masters, but you reach out to Taylor Swift as well to be able to use that song because the new one, because now that she can redo her songs,
right.
Now you can use the new Shake It Off and not the old Shake It Off. So I see it. My mom used to say, "Hell hath no scorn." What?
Hell hath no fury like a woman
scorn.
I think William Shakespeare also said that.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Sorry.
No, it's really
Your mom is a genius.
just like a Shakespeare genius. What do you think, Linz?
I appreciate what she's doing, and I think it should be a lesson to everybody coming behind her to be smarter in these contracts that you sign. You brought up 2006 when she came out and when she was really young.
She was like 14.
Right, she was
15.
super excited, so she was obviously a predator. I mean, people were preying on her in the system of music, which a lot of people go through that experience. Yeah. But out of all the artists that have talked about this over the last 20 years, from Prince on, please learn your lesson and stop thinking that you can beat the system by signing this stupid contract and then manage to talk your way out of it.
But how are you going to say that to a struggling artist that I want to get off my block or I want to get out to the mainstream and I have the ability to partner up with the Columbia Records or Rock Nation and the deal might not be in that artist's favor? You're still going to want to join those type of companies because you want to be put out there.
I understand that, but and maybe because I'm a little bit older, but whenever I create content right now for my company, I'm never selling it. I'm licensing it all the time because I will own it. And that's something that I learned over time. So all I'm telling is younger people that are smart, even better with YouTube, creating even cooler stuff with more views, please don't give it away. Make people license it and own everything that you create.
It's really interesting, like Macklemore, I know that's not like cool to bring up, but he started his own label because Jimmy Iovine didn't know his name, and he's like, then I'll do it myself, and he did.
And people at home, you just got LG Productions tips for free.
Bravo.
I'm just saying, you gotta be a little bit smarter now.
Young Oprah.
And you know what, Taylor Swift, from being so young, she's taught us a lot, the younger generation, about how to play this game. All right, coming up on DBL, we gotta get talking about this. Singer Harry Styles is getting in touch with his feminine side in the new cover of Vogue, and DBL Nation is divided, so we're gonna share your comments. It's gonna get heated. Coming up next. Welcome back to DBL. Harry Styles is making headlines and a bold fashion statement. He's the first solo male to be featured on the cover of Vogue. Mazel tov, congratulations. But it's the fact that he's wearing a dress that has the internet on fire. So conservative commentator Candace Owens, you might have heard of her. She tends to make a name for herself, is slamming the look, saying the world needs, quote, manly men to survive. But celebrities including Zach Braff, Kathy Griffin, Olivia Wilde, they're all clapping back, defending Harry's fashion choice. So DBL Nation, do you have an issue with men wearing women's clothing? All right, I'm going to read the comments to Lindsay and Brandon. You guys know how it works. Marla from Facebook says it's one thing to be transgender or even gay. Why must men who claim to be straight be okay with wearing women's clothes? Brandon, you want to take this one?
Yeah, because I'm in the predicament right now where I do not think that masculinity should ever be defined by an image. You could put The Rock in a dress, and I will think that that image, I would not think that that is a manly image. Now, a man to me, and can we get this? A man to me takes care of his family, takes care of his community, takes care of his business. So if you're one of those men out there that's like, no, that's gay, and you owe back on child support and you're not taking care of your kids, no, you're not a man. So I don't think that we should try and use some sort of image to try and define what's manly and what's not. Because I can still respect that person in the dress, have a drink with them, do business with them, but I don't have to accept the fact that that is a manly image if that's a man in the dress.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 36.
So we have viewers who are much older than you that do have a problem, and they do have a problem speaking. And I'm just saying, as you as a millennial Gen Xer, that might be the reason that this is a real generational gap, I think, here. Lindsay, this also comes from someone who doesn't like it. Dee from Facebook says, waking up to my husband in a dress would be my worst nightmare.
What y'all do last night?
I would not like to see my boyfriend in a dress either.
Colin would look great.
Of a particular style that I don't personally enjoy for him. But all I'm saying is that clothing does not have a gender. I do think to see a white cisgender male on the cover of Vogue and be the first image of a thing that was largely founded by transgender women of color, and that's who you choose to put on your cover, is kind of missing the whole community. So forget what Candace Owens said. You guys left out an entire community that literally should be celebrated on your cover. So if you want to do it right, maybe reach out to somebody over there. That's actually a conversation that we should have. But other than that, I appreciate Harry Styles because he does celebrate LGBTQ plus community, and he does say that he is, sexually fluid and doesn't really describe exactly how he labels himself. And I appreciate that. But I think that people need to understand they need to respect the community that they're taking the aesthetics from.
Yes, and I agree that you said, first off, that clothes don't have gender. Second off, let's talk Vogue for just a hot second. They have a real issue with people of color. Anna Wintour suddenly become woke, and it's a little strange because she wasn't woke for a long, long time. There was very few black photographers, people behind the scenes making decisions. So let's call that out on the show very clearly. You're absolutely right. Those in the fluid transitional dress type started in the people of color in the transgender community, and that's important to bring up.
But I can't. There is gender in clothing. A dress is feminine. Like,
because we say so, just like pink is for
no,
girls because we say that.
But there's a
we
reason,
made that up.
But there's a reason why M to F transgender men wear female clothing
because
to be the woman.
Because societal norms have already said that that's what it is.
But even drag, why would a man who wears drag dress up in women's
because
garments?
That's the societal norms. To dress like a woman in these days, you dress with a dress. That's what Lindsay's saying is there is no historical balance. Men wear skirts a long time ago. Kilts, right.
But this isn't Gaelic times. We're not in Scotland.
We're in 2020.
I can't believe Brandon's arguing this down to the depth. I appreciate that.
We're not in Gaelic times is my favorite comeback from Brandon. We'll be right back, ending on that beautiful note. Thank you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Our sources for this are the CDC and the results of the Moderna vaccine trials. According to the CDC, the efficacy of a vaccine is a measure of the reduction of disease in a group that has been vaccinated in a clinical trial. So in phase 3 of Moderna's clinical trial, 30,000 people took part. Half got the vaccine, half did not. Of those 30,000 people, 95 got COVID-19, and of the people who got the virus, 90 received the placebo. The other 5 received the vaccine, making the vaccine 94.5% effective. So far, this fits the FDA's emergency standard. In June, the FDA wanted a vaccine to reduce or prevent COVID in 50% or more of people who got the vaccination. But it's important to note this is the efficacy in a controlled small group. There is no guarantee that everyone in the study was even exposed to the virus. A vaccine's real test of effectiveness in the long run is tested in the general population. Do you have something you'd like verified? Email us at verify@WUSA9.com.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for some sweet, sweet deals. Earlier, Steph showed me some amazing products at even better prices. Remember, Hanukkah, Christmas, they're all coming up. Here's today's DBL. Kwanzaa, that's true. Today's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
This is the TG 10-piece professional makeup brush set. It comes with this carrying case that you can roll up for storage or organization, and you can fit it around your waist like a pro.
Like a pro.
For all your tools, and it comes in black or silver. Now, normally this kit is $125, right? But we've got it for $25, which means our viewers save 80%. This is the Miko foot massager with dynamic heat and acupressure technology. So it's lightweight, it's compact, and it gives you the healing benefits of an authentic shiatsu massage. So normally this is $150. We've got it, are you ready?
Yeah.
For $69.
All right.
So that saves 74%. Okay, next, we have got these iFrog Sound Hub plugs earbuds. So they give you really clear, full-bodied sound while they connect to your phone via Bluetooth. So normally these are $30, but we've got them for $12.
$12?
I know, which means Daily Blast Live viewers are gonna save 60%.
Whoa.
Lastly, Tori, this is the 2-pack Luminara Real Flame Effect LED window candle.
Yes.
So you can put them on your dining table, on your bedside, anywhere that you want to have a soft, warm glow. Normally these are $80.
I see.
We've got them for $29, which means you're saving 64%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these really amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com just on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. All right, well, we got some comments coming in. Adriana from Facebook. So you don't think rich or sports teams should be guinea pigs, but it's okay for our frontline health workers and first responders to be guinea pigs. Very clearly, no one will be a guinea pig. These will be FDA-approved vaccines. I want to make that very clear. By the time it gets to us, there will have been many, many, many studies. Just want to make that clear. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.
Talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
There's new information today about who will get the coronavirus vaccine first. Will wealthy people be able to jump the line? The battle between Taylor Swift and Scooter Braun gets heated. Were Taylor's songs sold behind her back again? Harry Styles wears a dress on the cover of Vogue, and not everyone is loving it. Does his choice to wear women's clothing make him less manly? And our interview with hip-hop mogul Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mariah Carey's new tell-all book?
Did you read the book?
Real, Honest. Entertaining. Live.
Yo, DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you, Jermaine Dupri. Welcome to DBL. It's Tuesday, November 17th. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Erica. Let's get right into it because the transition tensions between President Trump and President-elect Biden are heating up. Just listen to what Biden had to say at his press conference yesterday. Take a look.
More people may die if we don't coordinate. If we have to wait until January 20th to start that planning, it puts us behind over a month, month and a half. It would make it a lot easier if the president were to participate, but I find this more embarrassing for the country than debilitating for my ability to get started.
So the question is, does Biden have a point that failing to coordinate will result in more deaths? Or is this fear-mongering, trying to pressure and shame President Trump? What do you think, Jeff?
This is a tough one, Sam. A little of both, actually. That's what I think. I think the president, Donald Trump, is doing what he needs to do because in his mind and in his campaign and the people around him think he still has a chance to win this presidency, right? I always take it back to 2000. That's the only time that we remember, right, in the recent history. We didn't know till December 12th. Tell who our president was. So I think Donald Trump in his mind still has a chance. Joe Biden absolutely thinks he's the next president, and he wants to get the ball rolling, right? So as soon as he's inaugurated, the ball's rolling. So I see both of their sides on this one.
Erica?
I think you have to try telling that to families who are going to lose a loved one in the next month and a half, while two people who are either the leader and the pending leader of this country are hashing it out. Think of it more fundamentally. Like you're building a house and you have people who are working for you, just like the people in our government. They work for us. I don't care what the divisiveness is between the two of you. You need to figure it out for the person that you are working for. So get it together and figure it out, because this is not a time for ego. It's not a time for where the power lies. It's a time for people to be very selfless about the idea that they have a job to do. One is finishing the job, one starting the job, but everybody needs to do the job. Otherwise, people will die.
Yeah, and I understand that in the very beginning, you know, President Trump would have any reason because of the very close margin, right, in some of those votes, that he would have any reason to say, I want to recount. He has every right to do that and ask of that. But now that we've heard from different Secretary of States, depending on which state you're looking at, from the election committee that's set up to oversee voter fraud, and they've come out and said, quote unquote, that this is the most safe, secure election in history. Now, in my opinion, it's his time to be respectful, especially when we have the entire eyes of the entire world looking at our country. We don't want to appear weak, and we are going to appear weak if we have two leaders not communicating. So don't you think now that he has that information that he was waiting for and his constituents that he should fold?
Yeah, listen, Sam, in a perfect world, right? But Donald Trump, listen, buddy, your ego is not your amigo. He thinks he's going to win. You know, like you're not going to talk him. You're not going to talk him off that ledge. My thing here, I should have just stopped with that. But my thing is if Biden and his whole campaign team think Trump did such a horrible job with this whole coronavirus thing, what's there to discuss? He should already be in discussions of what his plans moving forward with the coronavirus are.
There needs to be a transition. Like there's information. There's a lot of things. Here's the thing. My number one question is, what does it hurt in order to try to peacefully come together and figure out a way that less Americans die? Like, what is the fall? What's the end game that's so terrible that could happen?
I can't argue with that. You're absolutely right.
Let me get some comments in here, because you know what, Jeff, you're not alone. A lot of people believe that this is unnecessary fear-mongering. At least our DBL Nation feels that way. We have Mainlining Truth on Twitter saying this is unnecessary fear-mongering. Adnil on Facebook, President Trump not providing access is not causing death. Labs are still doing their work. This is Biden putting blame on the president. And Betty says the president is being petty and Biden is right. This will end up costing lives. But is anyone surprised that Trump's ego is standing in the way? Echoing your sentiment. Final thought.
Yeah, I think that labs are still doing the work. Science doctors still are doing the work. You know who else is doing the work? My father, who's a funeral director, whose numbers keep going up every single day, specifically from COVID-19. So we can talk about it like it's not happening, but I can tell you right now it absolutely is.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of COVID-19, a lot of people are wondering now that 2 potential vaccines have been proven to be highly effective, who's going to get them first? Well, according to the CDC, they've identified 4 groups that get top priority. First, healthcare workers like doctors, nurses, and lab technicians, thank goodness. Next are the essential workers, people on the front lines who can't work from home. Third are people with underlying medical conditions. And finally, older adults, people over the age of 65 who have the greatest risk of complications. But one question that a lot of us have, will wealthy people be able to jump the line and get access before everyday Americans? I fear that happening. I would hope that it goes in that linear fashion where we have the healthcare workers, elderly. But do you fear, Jeff, that people that have money will just be able to buy their own stash?
I don't fear it. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's why would history change all of a sudden now? People with money get the finer things in life, right? So why would it change now? I believe they're going to make enough that hopefully healthcare workers and everyone you just named get their piece first. But the rich are going to jump to the front of that line as well.
I mean,
we already see it with the testing, right?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
I think in the beginning, a lot of people were questioning why all these celebrities were able to know whether they were positive or not. I think at a certain point, it became accessible to more people. There are still a lot of people, let's just be very honest, who did not have access to the test. I think by virtue of the fact that so much was spoken about and it became such a common knowledge thing, I would hope that the vaccine is allocated based on need, not based on
I would hope.
finances.
And hopefully there's some sort of task force that will be in charge of that, right? And I just want to say, because this is going to blow your mind, when it comes to these 2 vaccines, because I really delved deep to find out exactly how safe are they. I just want to make sure that no one's a guinea pig, right? And I was blown away. So number one, the reason why we're getting this vaccine so quickly, because typically it does take years and years, sometimes a decade, to finally get a vaccine. Now we have a different task force like Operation Warp Speed and other ones globally that are on the fast track for this vaccine, because this is a global pandemic. So you have every single scientist has galvanized and been able to utilize resources to make this very fast and warp speed. So that's number one. Number two, we have different means now of creating vaccines. So we're used to hearing you inject an inactivated virus, right? A part of COVID-19, so to speak. Can you give me a second, please? I can't be cut off mid-sentence while I'm saying this. And so for this one, they're not even using an inactivated virus. This is what's going to blow your mind. They actually use something called mRNA, which is a genetic recipe that actually directs your cells to create the antibodies to COVID. So to me, that's like futuristic. It feels a lot safer. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but I think that we're onto something really, really big here. And I love the idea that your little cells in there are just going to be like directed and march like on marching orders.
I like that you put
so
it
scientifically
so kids can understand as well.
Yeah, amazing. That's science for you. Coming up on DBL, our medical pro, Dr. Coley, is putting us on the spot. She's quizzing us on the pandemic and health facts we should know by now. Plus, rapper Jermaine Dupri on his latest collaboration, and Mariah Carey's new memoir. Don't miss Chatting with the Stars. And singer Harry Styles is getting in touch with his feminine side on the new cover of Vogue. DBL Nation is divided. We're going to share your comments next.
Projected White House winners Joe Biden and Kamala Harris continue to meet with their transition team, and one of the roles that will have to be filled will be Senator Harris's seat in the Senate. A viewer asked us in an email, does projected Vice President-elect Kamala Harris still receive salary as a senator? Let's verify. Our sources for this are Gary Nordlinger, a political scientist from George Washington University, and the 17th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. This was a simple one for Professor Nordlinger. Yes, she does, and so did
the other senators that were running for president. Missed more than half the votes in the Senate while they were campaigning, but they still got a full-blown salary.
She will stop receiving the pay when she resigns the seat. And when does the vice president pay kick in?
On noon of January 20th, when she becomes a vice president.
So yes, Senator Harris will receive Senate pay until she resigns, and then will get vice president's pay starting on Inauguration Day. And to take it a step further, who will fill Kamala Harris's Senate seat? According to the 17th Amendment, that person will be chosen by the governor of the state of California. With your Verify, I'm Matt Gregory.
Welcome back to DBL. Harry Styles is making headlines in a bold fashion statement. He's the first solo male to be featured on the cover of Vogue, but it's the fact that he's wearing a dress that has the internet on fire. So conservative commentator Candace Owens is slamming the look, saying the world needs, quote, manly men to survive. But celebrities, including Zach Braff, Kathy Griffin, and Olivia Wilde, are clapping back, defending Harry's fashion choice. So DBL Nation, do you have an issue with men wearing women's clothing? I'm going to read your comments, then give our DBL take. So Marla from Facebook says, it's one thing to be transgender or even gay. Why must men who claim to be straight be okay with wearing women's clothes? D from Facebook says, waking up to my husband in a dress would be my worst nightmare. Donna from Facebook, or YouTube rather, says, my husband and I both wore tuxes when we got married, so there was no confusion about who wears the pants. We both do. I tried to get him to wear a dress. Okay. Okay, didn't say discuss, so I didn't know I was supposed to say discuss.
Yeah, I'll take the first one about, first of all, I don't think Harry Styles has ever said his sexuality. Addressing the first question, transgender or whatever he was, I don't think he's ever addressed that, right? So that question is kind of out of it right now. But my thing is Harry's a rock star, right? And we kind of look at rock stars differently. I don't know if we should. Steven Tyler has been doing this for decades, right? Scarves, long shirts, capes, whatever he wants to do. And everyone's like, Steven Tyler, rock on, man. And now Harry Styles does it in a fashionable way on Vogue, and people have a problem with it. I don't get it.
I don't think that people really have a problem for it. I think that I think people are searching for a problem, especially the first person to chime in, because I think she just needs a new drum to bang. Over the past couple years or a couple weeks, things have changed. Now she needs some more shine. Go off, sis. Go off.
I just find it so insulting. I really do, because you look at, first of all, when it comes to men and women, like, why does what you wear have to dictate your sexuality, right? Young Thug is a rapper out there who is sick and tired, that's him, sick and tired of people saying that he is gay. Not that it would matter, right? But he's like, don't tell me I'm gay because I wear a dress. I am straight, I like women, and I like to be very boisterous when it comes to my fashion choices. They shouldn't be mutually exclusive. And so I really appreciate people like him that are challenging those gender norms. And I also think it's, why limit yourself to that, right? Like, if for one day, if Lawson wanted to experiment with his fashion, why would you limit that? Why do people think that that somehow has to equate to someone's sexuality?
I don't know, Sam, but I do want to bring up the other side on this. So if someone did have a problem with it, the labels that we put on each other in society is sickening, right? So if someone's like, hey, listen, I just don't agree with that. I'm not mad at the guy, I'm not this or that, but I just don't agree with it. They're labeled homophobic, could lose their job, they're shunned down in the news. Well, but why can't you have an opinion that's not supportive of it?
I think you can have an opinion, but I think also context is very important. If you feel like you have to comment on it when no one asked you, it's not in your face, like, then yeah, I have to ask, why is this subject matter so important to you that you need to comment it on it, like right here, right now. I understand why you comment on it. It's literally your job.
I get where you're going with this.
It's literally your job. Like, if you're going out of your way to comment on, and I'll say this, like, you probably won't catch me commenting on a whole lot of things that don't affect my life, because I'm not going to. But if I'm sitting in this chair, I'm going to say something. Otherwise, I can't sit in the chair. I just want people to understand how this works, okay?
Okay.
It's a good
All right,
point.
coming up on DBL, the man Taylor Swift labeled a bully makes a new move in their ongoing feud, why Taylor is not happy about it. And Dr. Coley, oh yeah, joined us for a checkup. She's testing our knowledge about the coronavirus in the middle of this pandemic. Don't go away. Welcome back to DBL. Since the pandemic began, our medical expert, Dr. Coley, has helped keep you and your family healthy with important coronavirus information. But today, it's time to turn the tables. Dr. Coley is going to give us a quiz to see if we've learned anything. I hope we have. So, Dr. Coley, you've become part of our family. We appreciate you so much. It's your turn, Doc, to take the reins. We're calling it Dr. Coley's Checkup. So play along with us at home, okay, DBL Nation? Are you guys ready? Take it away, Doc.
You guys, I am so excited about this, and I hope that you're going to make me proud today. So here it goes. First question. How long can aerosols that are potentially infected with the coronavirus last in the air? Is it 3 minutes, 3 hours, or 3 days?
Okay, Doc, what's the answer? We all have the same answer, 3 hours.
I put 3 minutes.
Oh, Erica put 3 minutes, Jeff and I have 3 hours.
Erica. All right, Erica, you got to take notes on this one because Jeff and Sam have you beat. So the answer is 3 hours. So just keep that in mind when you leave the studio today, that any aerosols you may have generated will last in the air for 3 hours after you leave.
Crazy.
What does that mean? Just like...
They're just floating around.
Like aerosols out of your mouth, not like a spray can.
Yeah, a spray can of coronavirus.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we're ready for the next question, Doc.
All right, ready for the next question.
Yes.
Which of these actions expels the most droplets and they travel the fastest? Is it coughing, sneezing, or singing?
I know this, I'm going to get it wrong.
I feel like
But this is the fastest. I know this is the wrong answer.
I think mine's the wrong answer, but it seems like
I
sneezing
know.
would be the fastest.
The fastest, but I know it's going to be singing.
You guys made me so proud. No, it's sneezing.
Oh, nice.
100% on this one.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so sneezing actually expels 100,000 droplets, and they can travel up to 100 miles per hour. So that's why you got to cover those sneezes whenever you sneeze.
100 miles per hour? Wow. Okay, next question. We're ready.
All right, this is a good one. The novel coronavirus is the same as COVID-19. True or false?
Is this a trick one?
I feel like it's trick.
All right, Sam's my girl here. So this was a trick question. Indeed it was. So the answer here is false. And we see this on TV all the time where there's a confusion between the novel coronavirus and COVID-19. So let's get this straight. The novel coronavirus is the virus that causes COVID-19, which is the disease. So it's almost like HIV and AIDS. So you can be positive for the virus without actually having the disease. So in this case, you can be positive for coronavirus, but it's not necessarily correct to say that they're positive for COVID-19 unless they have the symptoms that qualify the disease.
Dr.
That was
Coley,
a good one,
I
right?
have to ask, how is this the first time I'm ever hearing
It's
that?
not
And
the
then
first time. She has said it before. She has said it before.
I have never heard it explained, but like HIV and AIDS, that would have made sense to me. Sorry, I missed it, Dr. Coley.
And you know, Erica, it's wrong all over television. So now that you know it, I want you to think about it every time you hear it said on TV, whether it's being used correctly or not.
Okay, I'm going to be listening.
I'm going to drop some facts to my friends.
Okay, next question.
All right, ready for the next one. So, you know, when I am not here with my DBL family, what is my day job? I want to see how well you guys know me. Am I a gynecologist, a nephrologist, or a cardiologist?
I'm like, hold on, let me. Oh man, I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I don't get this right.
Don't copy mine, Jeff.
I just can't spell.
Oh, Jeff's copying my board.
I'm not copying yours. I'm looking at cardiologist on the board over there. I can't spell cardiologist.
I thought you were, I don't know. I'm sorry, girl.
Okay, well, the clue was in Sam's shirt. So I am indeed a cardiologist, you guys. And you know, cardiology was my first love, and I didn't think you could have a second love, but I have to say now my DBL family is my second love. So thank you so much for making me part of your family the last 8 months.
The Bieber heart.
Wow.
I gave you a Bieber heart, Dr. Coley.
Yeah, he did. Okay, what's the next one?
Right back at you.
Yes.
Right back at you. Okay, you guys ready for Final Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is like Final Jeopardy, so it's freestyle, it's not multiple choice. So can each of you name 2 of my silver linings from this pandemic?
Shoot.
This is a hard one. Think
had
hard.
to do with, dang. I'm getting a total brain freeze
Me too.
right now.
Come on, Erica, make me proud here.
Okay, wait.
Silver lining, something about, I feel like ballet.
I'm blanking, Doc.
And something about.
All right, well,
Wait, I got
the
one.
entire point of, you got one?
Yes.
Okay.
People are more hygienic for flu season, so that should actually lead to less cases. However, we still need to get a flu shot, and we were supposed to do it in October because October was the sweet spot in order for it to carry all the way to the end of flu season.
That is a long, long, long silver lining, but I love it. Okay.
I need to come back, Doc.
I wish I had one about ballet, but I don't, Sam, so you'll have to come up with that one. But the point of this question was just to remind you guys, Thanksgiving is coming, and despite this year, there has been so much for us to be grateful for. So it's been a tough year, but I think there's so many silver linings, and I hope we can all come up with our own as well.
And the winner is Dr. Coley.
Let's see the score. Who's the winner? Sam, you made me proud.
Okay, congratulations.
She should have got a -1 for ballet, by the way.
Okay, I get bragging rights for the year. Dr. Coley, we really appreciate all you've done for us this year. Thank you for playing along with us at home. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Doc.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Our sources for this are the CDC and the results of the Moderna vaccine trials. According to the CDC, the efficacy of a vaccine is a measure of the reduction of disease in a group that has been vaccinated in a clinical trial. So in phase 3 of Moderna's clinical trial, 30,000 people took part. Half got the vaccine, half did not. Of those 30,000 people, 95 got COVID-19, and of the people who got the virus, 90 received the placebo. The other 5 received the vaccine, making the vaccine 94.5% effective. So far, this fits the FDA's emergency standard. In June, the FDA wanted a vaccine to reduce or prevent COVID in 50% or more of people who got the vaccination. But it's important to note this is the efficacy in a controlled small group. There is no guarantee that everyone in the study was even exposed to the virus. A vaccine's real test of effectiveness in the long run is tested in the general population. Do you have something you'd like verified? Email us at verify@WUSA9.com.
You're talking about real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Erica. Tori joining us from home. Okay, so the drama between Taylor Swift and record executive Scooter Braun continues. It all started last year when Scooter bought her old music label and the rights to most of her songs. Scooter has now sold them in a deal worth more than $300 million. Taylor explained it all on Twitter, saying she approached Scooter about buying back her music, but realized he'd still profit from her songs. She was also asked to sign an agreement stating she would never say anything bad about Scooter. So Taylor walked away and will now re-record her past 6 albums. Erica, what do you make of Taylor's struggle to reclaim the rights to her old songs?
I think that Taylor is really changing the narrative and updating what her narrative is. I don't think that it's any question why she mentioned the NDA, and I want people to really think about this. Taylor Swift is someone who has really figured out a way to use her story as her art. It's the way that she connects with her audience. And our stories are so important. When anyone's asking for an NDA, aside from X's and O's of a business deal, if you're having to remove or censor a part of who you are or what got you to this point, that is always problematic. And I think what she's really saying, and a lot of us can learn from this, is your story is more important and more valuable than any business deal. And I think that's certainly from someone who only had her story left when I lost everything. So I think it's really important that people walk away with that message.
Listen, I think Erica's got a good point with the NDA, but a lot of people online don't understand what you just said, right? They don't understand what an NDA means. You explained it perfectly. A lot of people are just like, why doesn't Scooter give the rights or records back to Taylor Swift? He tried, and in the deal, she goes, listen, if you're going to profit from this in any way, I want out of this deal. So she took the deal off the table. He tried to give her back her own records. It's not his problem that it was a good business deal on his end. And then when she didn't want him to profit at all, he took the business somewhere else and made $300 million off of it. Now he's the bad guy. The NDA, you got a point here, but I'm saying it's business.
Yeah, but I don't disagree with that, but you always have to ask why an NDA is being brought into a business deal, especially when it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but you have to be ethical, though, too. I understand that it's business, but you have your sauce that you're going to do one day, right? Can we talk about it?
Jardiniere.
Jardiniere.
Yes.
Okay, so you got Jardiniere. You've got a family recipe that's really vital to you. You even have an awesome logo that you showed me that really represents all of that. What if I were to just be like, oh, that sounds really cool. I feel like that's going to make me a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that. Even if it was from maybe, let's say, one of your partners, and I didn't go directly to you, even though it's your story, and I went ahead and I went around you and I got it from one of your partners, it's still a kosher business deal, but is it really that kosher considering that it's your story?
It's called show business, not show friendship.
You'd be so upset at me.
I know, I'd be so mad at you. But Erica was leaning back, and I had to deliver something good.
Tori, I wanted to know.
She wanted to get something. Oh, Tori's here. She's going to get me, too. Drag me into deep water, Tori. Let's go.
No, I kind of understand where you're coming from because that's the societal norm of the contract. Remember Billy Joel? This guy lost everything because he didn't have anything. So what I think Taylor's trying to do is be the first pioneer, if you will. She's the first one in the boat, and she's trying to change what we all know of as a good business deal. It was never ethical, as Sam said correctly. It was just normal. And now she's saying, I'm changing it to a new normal. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I like my Jardiniere analogy a lot.
I thought it was spot on. It was spot on. Be shady, but be shady out in the open, okay? Don't make us all have to act like we don't know you shady.
All right, fans of Dancing with the Stars are divided over last night's shocking double elimination. Ballroom underdog Nelly managed to dance his way into the finals with a passionate paseo. He also showed off his footwork with this energetic jive, which earned him his first perfect score of the season. Still, both Nelly and his partner seemed shocked when his name was called for the finals. Watch.
Whoa, Nelly and Daniela.
But some fans were upset that figure skater Johnny Weir was eliminated, along with Sky Jackson, who also earned 3 perfect 10s for her second dance. Okay, so Tori, do you like rooting for the underdog? Does he deserve to be in the finals? Why all the uproar?
Because it's Nelly. We all want Nelly to win. It's weird that he's there. It's cool. Let Nelly win. I want the underdog to win. Johnny Weir is already a dancer. It's like when the gymnasts win. They know how to dance. Let Nelly have his moments and let us play that great song that he plays. You know, if you want to go take a ride with me, let's take a ride with Nelly.
That's not the song you should have quoted, Tori.
And Johnny Weir's an ice skater.
That didn't even apply.
She's talking about Nelly.
Nelly.
Nelly's a rapper.
Tori, you should have said, okay, nobody should be surprised by this, Tori. He said, I am number one. 2 is not a winner. 3, nobody remember. That's the song you should have quoted.
Tori doesn't know that song. Do you know that song, Tori?
Tori, what Nelly songs do you know?
Yes, it's my ringtone, the one Erica just mentioned.
What Nelly songs do you know, Tori?
If you want to go take a ride with me.
There you go. That was it. There you go. Wait, Tori, Johnny Weir's an ice skater, isn't he? What do you mean he's a dancer?
Yeah, but he knows when you're an ice skater, you learn how to dance ballet. You take classical dance lessons.
For was
of course he's going to be better. Let Nelly take a ride.
You were looking for the word choreography.
No, he takes dance lessons. He knows exactly. No, I wasn't. No,
Tori,
I'm not.
I love you,
he
Tori.
literally knows how to point his toes correctly.
I love you, Tori.
It's choreography.
Dancer is.
Love you too.
I love being on the panel with 3 ladies.
No one's attacking you.
I know, that's why I'm just defensive. What'd you say?
Okay. Netflix recently posted a video dedicated to the unsung heroes of the movie industry, working moms in Hollywood. Have a look.
The ones that show up proud and pregnant. The ones that pump in your car and squeeze into stalls and give the director's chair new meaning. The ones that come back with stitches, pads, and backaches after giving birth and are asked, how did you enjoy your time off? The ones that fought for a chair, a trailer to nurse, or childcare on location. We see you.
Oh, that gets me emotional. It's the first time I've seen this.
I think you need to speak on this. This is.
Yeah, I think what spoke to me on that is just seeing how much you juggle, right? Like constantly being like, okay, it's been 2 hours. I got to go find space to go pump somewhere, and then making it back in time. Also, when I came back from maternity leave, there I was pumping on air. Oh, man, that was tough because that's when we were doing 12-hour days back then. And so I was pumping like 5 times a day and missing my kids at home, or my daughter, Sophie, at home. But I also, what spoke to me in that commercial PSA, whatever it was, I completely, I'm having like brain fog right now, was the fact that when I came back from maternity leave, I did have some of our viewers say, how was your time off? And even though I had more viewers be super supportive and understand that maternity leave is not a vacation, it is, you can speak to this, Jeff, the first 3 months of a child's life, they call it the 4th trimester, it is exhausting. You are up literally 24/7, taking care of that child. You do not sleep. You're neurotic. You're worried about the child. You're still recovering from birth, and it is a really, really rough. It's a magical 3 months, but it's a really rough 3 months.
I don't think our viewers, just to defend them a bit, we're trying to attack you in any way saying you're on vacation, because I think a lot of our viewers are older women who are mothers and know exactly what you're talking about. So even if they told me I had a week off for my kid, how was your week off? It was good to not focus on work and just focus on my child. I think they were coming from a place of love.
Listen, I think people do come from a place of love, but I think we have to be really careful about words matter. And I think we have to be careful about that narrative, because for so long it's been engraved in society that when you tell somebody, how was your time off, it does fuel that misogynistic narrative. Even if it comes from a good, loving place, it's not time off. It is you taking care of your child and yourself from childbirth. It's a lot. Coming up on DBL, we're chatting with rapper, producer, and longtime Mariah Carey collaborator, Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mimi's new memoir? That's next.
Welcome back to DBL. Jermaine Dupri is a Grammy-winning rapper and hitmaker. His latest collaboration features black male artists singing about change. Al caught up with him earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Jermaine Dupri, welcome back to DBL. We got to get right into it. You need to tell our viewers, what it was like working with 35-plus Grammy winners to collaborate on the charitable song Change during this ongoing pandemic.
Nothing is too big, nothing is too small. We can be the change that we wanna see. We wanna see.
So it was definitely a challenging project. Probably one of the first projects that I ever did where I wasn't physically in the studio with the people. And I guess, you know, during this pandemic and all of this stuff that we've been in the house, you got to get used to that. So that was basically what I was getting used to, like this new formality of making music and having to call people and email people songs and do it a different way. It was challenging, but I got it done. One of the kids, Kedron and Wanye, I was on the phone with both of them when they did their parts.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about next. Kedron is 13, and you know, he's featured on Change, and he became famous for expressing himself about racial injustice in a video that went viral.
And I see what's being done to my kind.
And as somebody that's worked with kids in the industry, do you have any special career advice for him, and also maybe for parents that have a young child star coming up?
Yeah, just to stay young. You know, I think we in an era where everybody young wants to be old fast, really, really fast, right? When you see a kid that's 13, they want to be 16 immediately. See, like my ultimate goal when I first did Crisscross was, or before Crisscross, was that I wanted to be a millionaire before I turned 19. I wanted this to happen as a youthful person.
Well, as a young kid sitting watching Yo MTV Raps, watching Crisscross jump, you did it, man. You reached across the whole country.
Thank you.
Hey, man, thank you. Now let's get right into this. You and a bunch of other artists participated with Joe Biden. He had the I Will Vote concert, and you were able to introduce your daughter to his running mate, Senator Harris. Can you tell me what that moment was like for you both?
I mean, you know, my daughter just graduated from University of Miami, so to continue to give her that motivation and lift that she needs as a black woman, I thought it was like the ultimate thing that I could do as a father.
Right, and I mean, once you meet the potential future vice president, now you're like, I met her, maybe next time, maybe I'm gonna be president now. But one debate that I don't think anybody got tired of was the one between you and your daughter, and you guys are going back and forth about like Ketchup. So state your case right here on DBL. This is your platform. Let me hear it.
Listen, I don't like cold ketchup.
So now I just try to put my ketchup in the refrigerator.
Where it belongs, might I add.
What? Understand this, because when you get ketchup in packets, right, the packets are not inside the refrigerator either. So I don't, I hear people saying this, but I don't know. I don't like cold ketchup. She said that's where it's supposed to go. So.
Nah, I'm with you. Warm ketchup all day, room temperature, if that. You earned a Grammy with your girl Mariah Carey. We Belong Together. Now her memoir is making headlines. It's a New York Times, obviously instant bestseller. Did you read the book, and did anything surprise you about it?
Oh, I've been listening to the audio version because it sounds like Alice in Wonderland when she sings and she's speaking and you're listening to her talk. I told her we should make it into like a movie because it sounds like a Disney story when you're listening to the audio version. But no, I mean, I know Mariah for so long. I pretty much knew a lot of the stuff that's in the book already.
All right, now, like I said, you are family here on DBL. We appreciate you, JD, for spending time. DBL Nation, download Jermaine's latest project, Change, to support. Now, look, the proceeds will go to the Social Change Fund. Make sure to check it out. Jermaine, you are family here. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for some sweet, sweet deals. Earlier, Steph showed Tori some amazing products at even better prices. Here's today's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com.
I missed you last week. I want to know, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
This is the TG 10-piece professional makeup brush set. It comes with this carrying case that you can roll up for storage or organization, and you can fit it around your waist like a pro.
Like a pro.
For all your tools. And it has brushes for your cheeks, eyes, lips, blending, shading, and more. It's got absolutely everything. And it comes in black or silver. Now, normally this kit, which is huge, is $125, right? But we've got it for $25, which means our viewers save 80%.
Wow, make up that savings and buy it.
I love that.
It's not good. That wasn't good.
It was great. I love it. This is my favorite product of the week. But also,
Amazing.
I've got something that's going to help you relax, relieve your stress without ever leaving your home. So this is the Miko foot massager with dynamic heat and acupressure technology. So it's lightweight. weight, it's compact, and it gives you the healing benefits of an authentic shiatsu massage. And the acupressure nodes target different pressure points and increase it in circulation. It's got soothing heat that gets really like deeper levels of relaxation, and I just think this is the best product ever. So normally this is $150. We've got it, are you ready? For $69.
All right!
So that saves 74%.
Can you imagine the heat on a cold winter's day, getting those pressure points?
Love it. Okay, next. Finding good quality headphones that don't break the bank is pretty much impossible, right? But we have got these iFrog Sound Hub plugs earbuds. So they give you really clear, full-bodied sound while they connect to your phone via Bluetooth. And it comes with these removable sport wings, so it holds them in place when you're on the move.
Good, because that's my problem.
And the best part is they have a battery life of 11 hours. So that's a lot of gym sessions or hikes or, you know, just hanging around the house while you're washing up the pots if you don't want to disturb other people. Perfect.
Amazing.
So normally these are $30, but we've got them for $12.
$12?
I know, which means Daily Blast Live viewers are gonna save 60%.
Whoa! And guys, I know my canals don't work with the thingies, so having the wings, I didn't know that's what they were called. I'm in love.
I love it. Okay, and lastly, Tori, I've got something that's just in time for the holiday season. So this is the 2-pack Luminara Real Flame Effect LED window candle.
Yes!
So you can put them on your dining table, on your bedside, anywhere that you want to have a soft, warm glow. And the LED flame, it moves, look, like it's dancing like a real flame. And it's so pretty, and it's gonna look so realistic when they're turned on. They're gorgeous. And it comes in with a built-in 5-hour timer, and you can pick either this brushed nickel or gold, so whatever matches your decor at home. Normally these are $80.
I see.
We've got them for $29, which means you're saving 64%.
Yes!
And it's safety, isn't it? It's like the beautiful glow of a candle, but safe.
I've always wanted these, and I'm going full out with decorations because I think people need warmth right now. So I'm gonna get these, I'm gonna stick them in, and then I'm gonna do tons of white Christmas lights around it. Beautiful idea. Steph, I'm gonna go buy everything, and I wonder if you all will too. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these really amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com just on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This week, President Donald Trump tweeted that Dominion, a company that makes and operates voting machines, was responsible for 2.7 million Trump votes being deleted and hundreds of thousands of Trump votes being switched to Joe Biden. To find out if this is true, we checked with the Department of Homeland Security, the state departments of Michigan and Georgia, and statements from Dominion and Edison Research. Now, the White House hasn't responded to our request for sources on this claim, but the president's tweet links to a conservative news outlet. They cite a, quote, unaudited analysis of data obtained from Edison Research. So we checked with Edison Research. Their president, Larry Rosen, told us they never created any report like this or published any data that leads to this claim, adding, quote, we have no evidence of voter fraud. That means there's currently no evidence, period, to support the president's claim. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, is an agency under the oversight of the Department of Homeland Security. Now, they started their own Rumorverse reality page where they investigate viral rumors. Now, Thursday, after the president's tweet, they published this joint statement along with other government agencies. It says, quote, there is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. Bottom line, there's no evidence to support the president's claim that voting machines led to votes being lost or deleted. If you've got other election claims you want us to look into, send us an email. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Tomorrow on DBL, a shocking family tragedy. Innocent children adopted only to be allegedly held captive and killed.
It is hard and it's ugly, the things that people will do to children.
The fight for justice in True Crime Chronicles. And inside the elite club where being brainy is boss. Are you guys really that smart, or are you just really good at taking tests? That's tomorrow, only on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. Okay, so most of you are still talking about Trump, Biden, and the transition. Linda on Facebook says, Gore had 37 days. Why can't Trump? Chris on Facebook says, more fear-mongering from Biden and the left. There are vaccines, and work is not going to stop just because Biden isn't getting his way. Allison says, I don't think it's fear-mongering to address that the stakes are high and people need to be on the ball and do the work. And finally, Serena says Trump needs to work with the incoming administration. It's beyond ego. Lives are at stake. That was your point, Erica.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Jeff. DBL is new every day. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye, guys.
On Daily Blast Live.
There's new information today about who will get the coronavirus vaccine first. Will wealthy people be able to jump the line? The battle between Taylor Swift and Scooter Braun gets heated. Were Taylor's songs sold behind her back again? Harry Styles wears a dress on the cover of Vogue, and not everyone is loving it. Does his choice to wear women's clothing make him less manly? And our interview with hip-hop mogul Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mariah Carey's new tell-all book?
Did you read the book?
Real, honest, entertaining, live.
Yo, DBL starts right now.
Yes, Jermaine Dupri, welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, November 17th. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Erica. Tori joining us from home. And also in just a few minutes, Dr. Coley will be joining us live for a checkup. This time she's the one that's going to be asking the questions, and we'll be giving the answers. It's time to finally see how much we all have learned from her this year. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's get right to it, because the transition tensions between President Trump and President-elect Biden are heating up. Just listen to what Biden had to say at his press conference yesterday. Take a look.
More people may die if we don't coordinate. If we have to wait until January 20th to start that planning, it puts us behind over a month, month and a half. It would make it a lot easier if the president were to participate, but I find this more embarrassing for the country than debilitating for my ability to get started.
So the question is, does Biden have a point that failing to coordinate will result in more deaths? Or is this fear-mongering trying to pressure and shame President Trump? Tori, what do you make of this?
I just want to be really clear on this. This is from the 9/11 Commission. And as we all remember, in 2000, there was a 36-day delay with Bush and Gore, if you remember, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court. Well, the 9/11 Commission stated the dispute over that and the 36-day delay cut in half the normal transition period. Given that a presidential election brings wholesale change in personnel, this loss of time hampered the new administration, period. So I just have to say how clearly dangerous it is to not pass on not only national security information, but coronavirus information, because lives will literally be lost because of ego. And I'm not trying to point whose ego and who's what, but make the transition like every other president has done, and don't make us look like the laughingstock of the global community, because we do.
I think you definitely have a point, Tori, but I think Donald Trump has a point as well, right? He and his party, his people around him, they still think they have a chance to win this election, right? So why are they going to concede in this when they still have some time left? I understand it took 36 days. Like I always go back like a broken record to 2000 in that election, because we didn't know until December 12th who it was. So Donald Trump is still hanging on. There's a margin that he could still be president, so he doesn't want to give that information. And if Biden and his party thought Trump's information was so bad and he did such a disastrous job with the coronavirus, why do they want his information anyway?
Could I just chime in here? Because I think this is really important. When we're having this conversation, you do realize that people are being put in body bags as we speak. So every single day, every single moment that goes by, like when I tell you, I will repeat this, my father is a funeral director. We have a family funeral home. The numbers of people coming in based on COVID-19 deaths alone every day is astronomical, okay? Think about every man, woman, child in this country who for the next month and a half, 2 months, or however long this transition takes, or however long these vaccines take, are going to lose a loved one. And they don't want to hear about how this person felt this way and thought that they had a chance to win when they're losing their loved one. Like, that's the conversation that we're having, and it's a slap in the face to anyone who has experienced a loss. And they are happening in real time as we speak. And by not having that conversation is a privilege. Anyone who is having a conversation other than the fact that lives are in jeopardy on a regular basis, congratulations. That's what privilege feels like.
You just sent a chill down my spine. Speaking of the vaccine, a lot of people, thank you, Erica, are wondering, now that 2 potential vaccines have been proven to be highly effective, who's going to get them first? According to the CDC, they've identified 4 groups that get top priority. So first, healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, lab techs. Next are the essential workers, people on the front lines who can't work from home. Third, people with underlying medical conditions. And finally, older adults, people over the age of 65 who have the greatest risk of complications. But one question many of you keep asking, will wealthy people be able to jump the line and get access before ordinary Americans? We saw that with testing, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I could bring the energy like Erica, but I definitely think they're going to jump the line. Why would history change just because we have a new problem on the table? They jumped the line for everything else. I do hope the government steps in, right? Because at the end of the day, Sam, this is a business, right? Whoever does this, whether it be Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, whoever else is on the table, they're there to make money, right? And we say it's all about saving lives. Some people are in it for the money of this thing. So I hope the government snatches up what they need to and then distributes that where they need to. Frontline workers, so on, everything we just everything we just talked about. But if you have money, I have no doubt you're getting to the front of that line.
Tori, do you fear that's going to happen?
First of all, yes, the wealthy always find a way. The uber wealthy always find a way. But also look at it this way, just like you said, testing was unfair because of NBA players got it before teachers, right? The sports teams will get this vaccine, I promise you, before people like the healthcare workers or essential workers. The NBA, the NFL, yes,
I don't think
they
If
got
that
the testing
happens,
first,
Tori,
and they will get all of this.
Shame
yes,
on
they
our
will.
country. Shame on other countries that reward their athletes before frontline workers, before healthcare workers. If that is the case, then I hope all of us will speak out against this. I hope that we foresee this from happening by creating some sort of a task force. Like right now with the vaccine, we have Operation Warp Speed to get this vaccine into the hands of the people that need it most, right? So I hope in alignment with that, you will have somebody overseeing all of this.
Yeah, listen, go back to money. Sports are a big business, right?
Wow.
So if you're going to give this vaccine to the frontline workers because they're going to administer these athletes with that, I mean, we're making a big assumption here. Like, I don't want to jump.
But we're not the only ones saying it.
It's a big leap to think that. Of course, there's going to have to be a triage of a situation, but I know that there's going to also be a hierarchy in this situation as well. So I think all eyes will be on who receives the vaccine and why.
Yeah. Wow. Well, coming up on DBL, our medical pro, Dr. Coley, is putting us on the spot. She's quizzing us on the pandemic and health facts we should know by now. Plus, rapper Jermaine Dupri on his latest collaboration and Mariah Carey's new memoir, Don't Miss Chatting with the Stars. And singer Harry Styles is getting in touch with his feminine side on the new cover of Vogue. DBL Nation is divided. We're going to share your comments next.
Our sources for this are the CDC and the results of the Moderna vaccine trials. According to the CDC, the efficacy of a vaccine is a measure of the reduction of disease in a group that has been vaccinated in a clinical trial. So in phase 3 of Moderna's clinical trial, 30,000 people took part. Half got the vaccine, half did not. Of those 30,000 people, 95 got COVID-19, and of the people who got the virus, 90 received the placebo. The other 5 received the vaccine, making the vaccine 94.5% effective. So far, this fits the FDA's emergency standard. In June, the FDA wanted a vaccine to reduce or prevent COVID in 50% or more of people who got the vaccination. But it's important to note this is the efficacy in a controlled small group. There is no guarantee that everyone in the study was even exposed to the virus. A vaccine's real test of effectiveness in the long run is tested in the general population. Do you have something you'd like verified? Email us at verify@WUSA9.com.
Welcome back to DBL. Harry Styles is making headlines and a bold fashion statement. He's the first solo male to be featured on the cover of Vogue, but it's the fact that he's wearing a dress that has the internet on fire. Conservative commentator Candace Owens is slamming the look, saying the world needs, quote, manly men to survive. But celebrities, including Zach Braff, Kathy Griffin, and Olivia Wilde, are clapping back, defending Harry's fashion choice. So DBL Nation, do you have an issue with men wearing women's clothing? I'm going to read your comments, then we're going to go, we're going to give our own DBL take. So let's start with Marla from Facebook. She says, it's one thing to be transgender or even gay. Why must men who claim to be straight be okay with wearing women's clothes? What would you say to that, Tori?
If you have a problem with it, don't wear it. Like, if this doesn't affect you, I don't understand the big issue. And women wear pants and men's clothing all the time. Clothing changes all the time. In the 1400s, men wore much more gaudy outfits sometimes than the women. So the idea that this isn't fluid is stupid. It's fluid. Let it go. Let it go.
Okay, so Dee from Facebook says, waking up to my husband in a dress would be my worst nightmare. Erica.
Dee, no offense, honey, but I highly doubt that waking up to your husband in a dress is your absolute worst nightmare. I can think of far more traumatic things. And I agree with Tori. It's the idea that, you know, why are you so affected by this? Now, I understand why we comment on it because that is our job. But for everybody else, why is this ruining your whole life? I mean, it really tells me something about you that your day has stopped down and you are having nightmares over the idea of Harry Styles in a dress on Vogue. Vogue, y'all. Vogue.
Donna from YouTube says, my husband and I both wore tuxes when we got married, so there was no confusion about who wears the pants. We both do. I tried to get him to wear a dress, LOL. Jeff.
I'd love to see a picture of that. You should send that in, Donna. But my thing is, Harry Styles is a rock star, right? And if we look at rock stars from our past, just take Steven Tyler, for example. He's been wearing dresses, capes, scarves, everything for decades. No one says a word to Steven Tyler. They're like, rock on, Steven Tyler. And now, you know, Harry Styles does something and some people are up in arms. I think we're giving this a little more credit than it deserves. I don't think a lot of people are that distraught over this.
Read the comments. People are distraught. Manny from Facebook says, watching the story about the father who wore skirts and heels on DBL was an eye-opener. If the shoe or skirt fits, wear it. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to blame anyone that may be shocked by it because we're just not conditioned to see men in gowns, right? So I understand if people have a visceral reaction. However, that's where it should stop there. And I don't like people equating clothing to sexuality, right? Like you look at rapper Young Thug, who has had to come out over and over and over again saying, I am straight. It shouldn't matter either way, but because so many people have labeled him as gay, again, he wouldn't mind, but he's not gay just because he wears a dress doesn't equate to that. So I just think people, if it doesn't affect you, back to Tori's point, let people live their life, right? Do you, boo? Coming up on DBL, the man Taylor Swift labeled a bully makes a new move in their ongoing feud. Why Taylor is not happy about it. And Dr. Coley joins us for a checkup. She's testing our knowledge about the coronavirus in the middle of this pandemic. Don't go away. since the pandemic began, our medical expert, Dr. Coley, has helped keep you and your family healthy with important coronavirus information. But today, it's time to turn the tables. Dr. Coley is going to give us a quiz to see if we've learned anything. I hope we have. So, Dr. Coley, you've become part of our family. We appreciate you so much. It's your turn, Doc, to take the reins. We're calling it Dr. Coley's Checkup. So play along with us at home, okay, DBL Nation? Are you guys ready? Take it away, Doc.
You guys, I am so excited about this, and I hope that you're going to make me proud today. So here it goes. First question. How long can aerosols that are potentially infected with the coronavirus last in the air? Is it 3 minutes, 3 hours, or 3 days?
Okay, Doc, what's the answer? We all have the same answer, 3 hours.
I put 3 minutes.
Oh, Erica put 3 minutes, Jeff and I have 3 hours.
Erica. All right, Erica, you got to take notes on this one because Jeff and Sam have you beat. So the answer is 3 hours. So just keep that in mind when you leave the studio today, that any aerosols you may have generated will last in the air for 3 hours after you leave.
What does that mean? Just like...
They're just floating around.
Like aerosols out of your mouth, not like a spray can.
Yeah, a spray can of coronavirus.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, ready for the next question, Doc.
All right, ready for the next question.
Yes.
Which of these actions expels the most droplets and they travel the fastest? Is it coughing, sneezing, or singing?
I know this, I'm going to get it wrong.
I feel like
But this is the fastest. I know this is the wrong answer.
I think mine's the wrong answer, but it seems like sneezing would be the fastest.
The fastest, but I know it's going to be singing.
You guys made me so proud. No, it's sneezing.
Oh, nice.
100% on this one. Yes, so sneezing actually expels 100,000 droplets, and they can travel up to 100 miles per hour. So that's why you got to cover those sneezes whenever you sneeze.
100 miles per hour? Wow. Okay, next question. We're ready.
All right, this is a good one. The novel coronavirus is the same as COVID-19. True or false?
Is this a trick one?
I feel like it's trick.
All right, Sam's my girl here. So this was a trick question. Indeed it was. So the answer here is false. And we see this on TV all the time where there's a confusion between the novel coronavirus and COVID-19. So let's get this straight. The novel coronavirus is the virus that causes COVID-19, which is the disease. So it's almost like HIV and AIDS. So you can be positive for the virus without actually having the disease. So in this case, you can be positive for coronavirus, but it's not necessarily correct to say that they're positive for COVID-19 unless they have the symptoms that qualify the disease.
Dr.
That was a good
Coley,
one,
I
right?
have to ask, how is this the first time I'm ever hearing
It's
that?
not the first time. She has said it before.
I have never heard it explained, but like HIV and AIDS, that would have made sense to me. Sorry, I missed it, Dr. Coley.
And you know, Erica, it's wrong all over television. So now that you know it, I want you to think about it every time you hear it said on TV, whether it's being used correctly or not.
Okay, I'm gonna be listening.
I'm gonna drop some facts to my friends.
Okay, next question.
All right, ready for the next one. So, you know, when I am not here with my DBL family, what is my day job? I want to see how well you guys know me. Am I a gynecologist, a nephrologist, or a cardiologist?
I'm like, hold on, let me. Oh man, I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I don't get this right.
Don't copy mine, Jeff.
I just can't spell.
Oh, Jeff's copying my board.
I'm not copying yours. I'm looking at cardiologist on the board over there. I can't spell cardiologist.
I thought you were, I don't know. I'm sorry, girl.
Okay, well, the clue was in Sam's shirt. So I am indeed a cardiologist, you guys. And you know, cardiology was my first love, and I didn't think you could have a second love, but I have to say now my DBL family is my second love. So thank you so much for making me part of your family the last 8 months.
The Bieber heart.
Wow.
I gave you a Bieber heart, Dr. Coley.
Yeah, he did. Okay, what's the next one?
Right back at you.
Yes.
Right back at you. Okay, you guys ready for Final Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is like Final Jeopardy, so it's freestyle. It's not multiple choice. So can each of you name 2 of my silver linings from this pandemic?
Shoot.
This is a hard one.
One
Think
had
hard.
to do with. Oh, dang. I'm getting a total brain freeze
Me too.
right now.
Come on, Erica, make me proud here.
Wait.
Silver lining. Something about. I feel like ballet.
I'm blanking, Doc.
And something about.
All right, well,
Wait, I got
the
one.
entire point of. You got one?
Yes.
Okay.
People are more hygienic for flu season, so that should actually lead to less cases. However, we still need to get a flu shot, and we were supposed to do it in October because October was the sweet spot in order for it to carry all the way to the end of flu season.
That is a long, long, long silver lining, but I love it. Okay.
I needed to come back, Doc.
I wish I had one about ballet, but I don't, Sam, so you'll have to come up with that one. But the point of this question was just to remind you guys, Thanksgiving is coming, and despite this year, there has been so much for us to be grateful for. So it's been a tough year, but I think there's so many silver linings, and I hope we can all come up with our own as well.
And the winner is Dr. Coley.
Let's see the score. Who's the winner? Sam, you made me proud.
Okay, congratulations.
She should have got a -1 for ballet, by the way.
Okay, I get bragging rights for the year. Dr. Coley, we really appreciate all you've done for us this year. Thank you for playing along with us at home. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Projected White House winners Joe Biden and Kamala Harris continue to meet with their transition team, and one of the roles that will have to be filled will be Senator Harris's seat in the Senate. A viewer asked us in an email, does projected Vice President-elect Kamala Harris still receive salary as a senator? Let's verify. Our sources for this are Gary Nordlinger, a political scientist from George Washington University, and the 17th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. This was a simple one for Professor Nordlinger. Yes, she does, and so did...
The other senators that were running for president missed more than half the votes in the Senate while they were campaigning, but they still got a full-blown salary.
She will stop receiving the pay when she resigns the seat. And when does the vice president pay kick in?
On noon of January 20th, when she becomes a vice president.
So yes, Senator Harris will receive Senate pay until she resigns, and then will get vice president's pay starting on Inauguration Day. And to take it a step further, who will fill Kamala Harris's Senate seat? According to the 17th Amendment, that person will be chosen by the governor of the state of California. With your Verify, I'm Matt Gregory.
back to DBL. Tori joining us from home. Okay, so we love sharing your comments, and woof, you guys have a lot to say on Harry Styles. Joetha on Facebook says, why would you care what anyone wears? Betty says, of course he's free to wear a dress, but let's be honest, he doesn't look manly. Faith, this is all part of the assault on masculinity. Real men don't wear dresses. George, let Harry do Harry. I'm not going to put on a dress anytime soon, but hey, times are changing and maybe I'll feel differently in a few years. And Pat, I can't stand the idea of men wearing dresses. That's the only piece of clothing that women have left to call their own.
The assault on masculinity.
I know.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
You know what bothers me is that a dress is somehow boiled down to being weak. Right? If a woman wears a suit, we are seen as powerful in our power suits. If a man is wearing a dress, you're seen as weak and not masculine because dresses associate to weakness, therefore equate to women not having it. If you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. Does Nelly really have a shot at winning Dancing with the Stars? And Jermaine Dupri tells Al about his exciting new musical collab. DBL's new every day. We'll be right back.
Talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Erica. Tori joining us from home. Okay, so the drama between Taylor Swift and record executive Scooter Braun continues. It all started last year when Scooter bought her old music label and the rights to most of her songs. Scooter has now sold them in a deal worth more than $300 million. Taylor explained it all on Twitter, saying she approached Scooter about buying back her music, but realized he'd still profit from her songs. She was also asked to sign an agreement stating she would never say anything bad about Scooter. So Taylor walked away and will now re-record her past 6 albums. Erica, what do you make of Taylor's struggle to reclaim the rights to her old songs?
I think that Taylor is really changing the narrative and updating what her narrative is. I don't think that it's any question why she mentioned the NDA, and I want people to really think about this. Taylor Swift is someone who has really figured out a way to use her story as her art. It's the way that she connects with her audience. And our stories are so important. When anyone's asking for an NDA, aside from X's and O's of a business deal, if you're having to remove or censor a part of who you are or what got you to this point, that is always problematic. And I think what she's really saying, and a lot of us can learn from this, is your story is more important and more valuable than any business deal. And I think that's certainly from someone who only had her story left when I lost everything. So I think it's really important that people walk away with that message.
Listen, I think Erica's got a good point with the NDA, but a lot of people online don't understand what you just said, right? They don't understand what an NDA means. You explained it perfectly. A lot of people are just like, why doesn't Scooter give the rights or records back to Taylor Swift? He tried, and in the deal, she goes, listen, if you're going to profit from this in any way, I want out of this deal. So she took the deal off the table. He tried to give her back her own records. It's not his problem that it was a good business deal on his end. And then when she didn't want him to profit at all, he took the business somewhere else and made $300 million off of it. Now he's the bad guy. The NDA, you got a point here, but I'm saying it's business.
Yeah, but I don't disagree with that, but you always have to ask why an NDA is being brought into a business deal, especially when it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but you have to be ethical, though, too. I understand that it's business, but you have your sauce that you're going to do one day, right? Can we talk about it?
Jardiniere.
Jardiniere.
Yes.
Okay, so you got Jardiniere. You've got a family recipe that's really vital to you. You even have an awesome logo that you showed me that really represents all of that. What if I were to just be like, oh, that sounds really cool. I feel like that's going to make me a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that. Even if it was from, like, maybe, let's say, one of your partners, and I didn't go directly to you, even though it's your story, and I went ahead and I went around you and I got it from one of your partners, it's still a kosher business deal, but is it really that kosher considering that it's your story?
It's called show business, not show friendship.
You'd be so upset at me.
I know, I'd be so mad at you. But Erica was like leaning back, and I had to deliver something good.
Tori, what do you think of
wanted to know.
She wanted to get something. Oh, Tori's here. She's going to get me, too. Drag me into deep water, Tori. Let's go.
No, I kind of understand where you're coming from because that's the societal norm of the contract. Remember Billy Joel? This guy lost everything because he didn't have anything. So what I think Taylor's trying to do is be the first pioneer, if you will. She's the first one in the boat, and she's trying to change what we all know of as a good business deal. It was never ethical, as Sam said correctly. It was just normal. And now she's saying, I'm changing it to a new normal. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I like my Jardiniere analogy a lot.
I thought it was spot on. It was spot on. Be shady, but be shady out in the open, okay? Don't make us all have to act like we don't know you shady.
All right, fans of Dancing with the Stars are divided over last night's shocking double elimination. Ballroom underdog Nelly managed to dance his way into the finals with a passionate paseo. He also showed off his footwork with this energetic jive, which earned him his first perfect score of the season. Still, both Nelly and his partner seemed shocked when his name was called for the finals. Watch.
Whoa, Nelly and Daniela.
But some fans were upset that figure skater Johnny Weir was eliminated, along with Sky Jackson, who also earned 3 perfect 10s for her second dance. Okay, so Tori, do you like rooting for the underdog? Does he deserve to be in the finals? Why all the uproar?
Because it's Nelly. We all want Nelly to win. It's weird that he's there. It's cool. Let Nelly win. I want the underdog to win. Johnny Weir is already a dancer. It's like when the gymnasts win. They know how to dance. Let Nelly have his moments and let us play that great song that he plays. You know, if you want to go take a ride with me, let's take a ride with Nelly.
That's not the song you should have quoted, Tori.
And Johnny Weir's an ice skater.
That didn't even apply.
She's talking about Nelly.
Nelly.
Nelly's a rapper.
Tori, you should have said, okay, nobody should be surprised by this, Tori. He said, I am number 1. 2 is not a winner. 3, nobody remember. That's the song you should have quoted.
Tori doesn't know that song. Do you know that song, Tori?
Tori, what Nelly songs do you know?
Yes, it's my ringtone, the one Erica just mentioned.
What Nelly songs do you know, Tori?
If you want to go take a ride with me.
There you go. That was it. There you go. Wait, Tori, Johnny Weir's an ice skater, isn't he? What do you mean he's a dancer?
Yeah, but he knows when you're an ice skater, you learn how to dance ballet. You take classical dance lessons.
For was choreography.
Of course he's going to be better. Let Nelly take a ride.
You were looking for the word choreography.
No, he takes dance lessons. He knows No, I wasn't. No, I'm not.
I love you,
he
Tori.
literally knows how to point his toes correctly.
I love you, Tori.
It's choreography.
The answer is
love you too.
I love being on the panel with three ladies.
No one's attacking you.
I know, that's why I'm just defensive. What'd you say?
Okay. Netflix recently posted a video dedicated to the unsung heroes of the movie industry, working moms in Hollywood. Have a look.
The ones that show up proud and pregnant. The ones that pump in your car and squeeze into stalls and give the director's chair new meaning. The ones that come back with stitches, pads, and backaches after giving birth and are asked, how did you enjoy your time off? The ones that fought for a chair, a trailer to nurse, or childcare on location. We see you.
Oh, that gets me emotional. It's the first time I've seen this.
I think you need to speak on this. This is.
Yeah, I think what spoke to me on that is just seeing how much you juggle, right? Like constantly being like, okay, it's been 2 hours. I got to go find space to go pump somewhere, and then making it back in time. Also, when I came back from maternity leave, there I was pumping on air. Oh, man, that was tough because that's when we were doing 12-hour days back then. And so I was pumping like 5 times a day and missing my kids at home, or my daughter, Sophie, at home. But I also, what spoke to me in that commercial PSA, whatever it was, I'm having like brain fog right now, was the fact that when I came back from maternity leave, I did have some of our viewers say, how was your time off? And even though I had more viewers be super supportive and understand that maternity leave is not a vacation, it is, you can speak to this, Jeff, the first 3 months of a child's life, they call it the 4th trimester, it is exhausting. You are up literally 24/7, taking care of that child. You do not sleep. You're neurotic. You're worried about the child. You're still recovering from birth, and it is a really, really rough. It's a magical 3 months, but it's a really rough 3 months.
I don't think our viewers, just to defend them a bit, we're trying to attack you in any way, saying you're on vacation, because I think a lot of our viewers are older women who are mothers and know exactly what you're talking about. So even if they told me I had a week off for my kid, how was your week off? It was good to not focus on work and just focus on my child. I think they were coming from a place of love.
Listen, I think people do come from a place of love, but I think we have to be really careful about words matter. And I think we have to be careful about that narrative, because for so long it's been engraved in society that when you tell somebody, how was your time off, it does fuel that misogynistic narrative. Even if it comes from a good, loving place, it's not time off. It is you taking care of your child and yourself from childbirth. It's a lot. Coming up on DBL, we're chatting with rapper, producer, and longtime Mariah Carey collaborator, Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mimi's new memoir? That's next.
Welcome back to DBL. Jermaine Dupri is a Grammy-winning rapper and hitmaker. His latest collaboration features black male artists singing about change. Al caught up with him earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Jermaine Dupri, welcome back to DBL. We got to get right into it. You need to tell our viewers what it was like working with 35-plus Grammy winners to collaborate on the charitable song Change during this ongoing pandemic.
Nothing is too big, nothing is too small. We can be the change that we wanna see. We wanna see.
So yeah, so it was definitely a challenging project. Probably one of the first projects that I ever did where I wasn't physically in the studio with the people. And I guess, you know, during this pandemic and all of this stuff that we've been in the house, you got to get used to that. So that was basically what I was getting used to, like this new formality of making music and having to call people and email people songs and do it a different way. It was challenging, but I got it done. One of the kids, Kedron and Wanye, I was on the phone with both of them when they did their parts.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about next. Kedron is 13, and you know, he's featured on Change, and he became famous for expressing himself about racial injustice in a video that went viral.
And I see what's being done to my kind.
And as somebody that's worked with kids in the industry, do you have any special career advice for him, and also maybe for parents that have a young child star coming up?
Yeah, just to stay young. You know, I think we in an era where everybody young wants to be old fast, really, really fast, right? When you see a kid that's 13, they want to be 16 immediately. See, like my ultimate goal when I first did Crisscross was, or before Crisscross, was that I wanted to be a millionaire before I turned 19. I wanted this to happen as a youthful person.
Well, as a young kid sitting watching Yo MTV Raps, watching Crisscross jump, you did it, man. You reached across the whole country. Thank you. Hey, man, thank you. Now let's get right into this. You and a bunch of other artists participated with Joe Biden. He had the I Will Vote concert, and you were able to introduce your daughter to his running mate, Senator Harris. Can you tell me what that moment was like for you both?
I mean, you know, my daughter just graduated from University of Miami, so to continue to give her that motivation and lift that she needs as a black woman, I thought it was like the ultimate thing that I could do as a father.
Right, and I mean, once you meet the potential future vice president, now you're like, I met her, maybe next time, maybe I'm gonna be president now. But one debate that I don't think anybody got tired of was the one between you and your daughter, and you guys are going back and forth about like Ketchup. So state your case right here on DBL. This is your platform. Let me hear it.
Listen, I don't like cold ketchup.
So now I just try to put my ketchup in the refrigerator.
Where it belongs, might I add.
What? Understand this, because when you get ketchup in packets, right, the packets are not inside the refrigerator either. So I don't, you know, I hear people saying this, but I don't know. I don't like cold ketchup. She said that's where it's supposed to go. So.
Nah, I'm with you. Warm ketchup all day, room temperature, if that. You earned a Grammy with your girl Mariah Carey. We Belong Together. Now her memoir is making headlines. It's a New York Times, obviously instant bestseller. Did you read the book, and did anything surprise you about it?
Oh, I've been listening to the audio version because it sounds like Alice in Wonderland when she sings and she's speaking and you're listening to her talk. I told her we should make it into like a movie because it sounds like a Disney story when you're listening to the audio version. But no, I mean, I know Mariah for so long. I pretty much knew a lot of the stuff that's in the book already.
All right, now, like I said, you are family here on DBL. We appreciate you, JD, for spending time. DBL Nation, download Jermaine's latest project, Change, to support. Now, look, the proceeds will go to the Social Change Fund. Make sure to check it out. Jermaine, you are family here. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for some sweet, sweet deals. Earlier, Steph showed Tori some amazing products at even better prices. Here's today's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com.
I missed you last week. I want to know, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
This is the TG 10-piece professional makeup brush set. It comes with this carrying case that you can roll up for storage or organization, and you can fit it around your waist like a pro.
Look, a pro.
For all your tools. And it has brushes for your cheeks, eyes, lips, blending, shading, and more. It's got absolutely everything. And it comes in black or silver. Now, normally this kit, which is huge, is $125, right? But we've got it for $25, which means our viewers save 80%.
Wow, make up that savings and buy it.
I love that.
It's not good. That wasn't good.
It was great. I love it. This is my favorite product of the week. But also,
Amazing.
I've got something that's going to help you relax, relieve your stress without ever leaving your home. So this is the Miko foot massager with dynamic heat and acupressure technology. So it's lightweight, it's compact, and it gives you the healing benefits of an authentic shiatsu massage. And the acupressure nodes target different pressure points and increase it in circulation. It's got soothing heat that gets really like deeper levels of relaxation. And I just think this is the best product ever. So normally this is $150. We've got it, are you ready? For $69.
All right.
So that saves 74%.
Can you imagine the heat on a cold winter's day, getting those pressure points?
Love it. Okay, next. Finding good quality headphones that don't break the bank is pretty much impossible, right? But we have got these iFrog Sound Hub plugs earbuds. So they give you really clear, full-bodied sound while they connect to your phone via Bluetooth. And it comes with these removable sport wings, so it holds them in place when you're on the move.
Good, because that's my problem.
And the best part is they have a battery life of 11 hours. So that's a lot of gym sessions or hikes or, you know, just hanging around the house while you're washing up the pots if you don't want to disturb other people. Perfect.
Amazing.
So normally these are $30, but we've got them for $12.
$12?
I know, which means Daily Blast Live viewers are gonna save 60%.
Whoa! And guys, I know my canals don't work with the thingies, so having the wings, I didn't know that's what they were called. I'm in love.
I love it. Okay, and lastly, Tori, I've got something that's just in time for the holiday season. So this is the 2-pack Luminara Real Flame Effect LED window candle.
Yes.
So you can put them on your dining table, on your bedside, anywhere that you want to have a soft, warm glow. And the LED flame, it moves, look, like it's dancing like a real flame. And it's so pretty, and it's gonna look so realistic when they're turned on. They're gorgeous. And it comes in with a built-in 5-hour timer. And you can pick either this brushed nickel or gold, so whatever matches your decor at home. Nice. Normally, these are $80.
I see.
We've got them for $29. Which means you're saving 64%.
Yeah.
And it's safety, isn't it? It's like the beautiful glow of a candle, but safe.
I've always wanted these, and I'm going full out with decorations because I think people need warmth right now.
Oh,
so I'm gonna get these, I'm gonna stick them in, and then I'm gonna do tons of white Christmas lights around it. Beautiful idea. Steph, I'm gonna go buy everything, and I wonder if you all will too. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these really amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com just on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This week, President Donald Trump tweeted that Dominion, a company that makes and operates voting machines, was responsible for 2.7 million Trump votes being deleted and hundreds of thousands of Trump votes being switched to Joe Biden. To find out if this is true, we checked with the Department of Homeland Security, the state departments of Michigan and Georgia, and statements from Dominion and Edison Research. Now, the White House hasn't responded to our request for sources on this claim, but the president's tweet links to a conservative news outlet. They cite a, quote, unaudited analysis of data obtained from Edison Research. So we checked with Edison Research. Their president, Larry Rosen, told us they never created any report like this or published any data that leads to this claim, adding, quote, we have no evidence of voter fraud. That means there's currently no evidence, period, to support the president's claim. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, is an agency under the oversight of the Department of Homeland Security. Now, they started their own Rumorverse reality page where they investigate viral rumors. Now, Thursday, after the president's tweet, they published this joint statement along with other government agencies. It says, quote, there is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. Bottom line, there's no evidence to support the president's claim that voting machines led to votes being lost or deleted. If you've got other election claims you want us to look into, send us an email. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Tomorrow on DBL, a shocking family tragedy. Innocent children adopted only to be allegedly held captive and killed.
It is hard and it's ugly, the things that people will do to children.
The fight for justice in True Crime Chronicles. And inside the elite club where being brainy is boss. Are you guys really that smart, or are you just really good at taking tests? That's tomorrow, only on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. Okay, so most of you are still talking about Trump, Biden, and the transition. Linda on Facebook says, Gore had 37 days. Why can't Trump? Chris on Facebook says, more fear-mongering from Biden and the left. There are vaccines, and work is not going to stop just because Biden isn't getting his way. Allison says, I don't think it's fear-mongering to address that the stakes are high and people need to be on the ball and do the work. And finally, Serena says Trump needs to work with the incoming administration. It's beyond ego. Lives are at stake. That was your point, Erica.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Jeff. DBL is new every day. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye, guys.
We're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
There's new information today about who will get the coronavirus vaccine first. Will wealthy people be able to jump the line? The battle between Taylor Swift and Scooter Braun gets heated. Were Taylor's songs sold behind her back again? Harry Styles wears a dress on the cover of Vogue, and not everyone is loving it. Does his choice to wear women's clothing make him less manly? And our interview with hip-hop mogul Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mariah Carey's new tell-all book?
Did you read the book?
Real, honest, entertaining, live.
Yo, DBL starts right now.
Yes, Jermaine Dupri, welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, November 17th. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Erica. Tori joining us from home. And also in just a few minutes, Dr. Coley will be joining us live for a checkup. This time she's the one that's going to be asking the questions and we'll be giving the answers. It's time to finally see how much we all have learned from her this year. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's get right to it because the transition tensions between President Trump and President-elect Biden are heating up. Just listen to what Biden had to say at his press conference yesterday. Take a look.
More people may die if we don't coordinate. If we have to wait until January 20th to start that planning, it puts us behind over a month, month and a half. It would make it a lot easier if the president were to participate, but I find this more embarrassing for the country than debilitating for my ability to get started.
So the question is, does Biden have a point that failing to coordinate will result in more deaths? Or is this fear-mongering trying to pressure and shame President Trump? Tori, what do you make of this?
I just want to be really clear on this. This is from the 9/11 Commission. And as we all remember, in 2000, there was a 36-day delay with Bush and Gore, if you remember, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court. Well, the 9/11 Commission stated the dispute over that and the 36-day delay cut in half the normal transition period. Given that a presidential election brings wholesale change in personnel, this loss of time hampered the new administration, period. So I just have to say how clearly dangerous it is to not pass on not only national security information, but coronavirus information, because lives will literally be lost because of ego. And I'm not trying to point whose ego and who's what, but make the transition like every other president has done, and don't make us look like the laughingstock of the global community, because we do.
I think you definitely have a point, Tori, but I think Donald Trump has a point as well, right? He and his party, his people around him, they still think they have a chance to win this election, right? So why are they going to concede in this when they still have some time left? I understand it took 36 days. Like I always go back like a broken record to 2000 in that election because we didn't know until December 12th who it was. So Donald Trump is still hanging on. There's a margin that he could still be president. So he doesn't want to give that information. And if Biden and his party thought Trump's information was so bad and he did such a disastrous job with the coronavirus, why do they want his information anyway?
Can I just chime in here? Because I think this is really important. When we're having this conversation, you do realize that people are being put in body bags as we speak. So every single day, every single moment that goes by, like when I tell you, I will repeat this, my father is a funeral director. We have a family funeral home. The numbers of people coming in based on COVID-19 deaths alone every day is astronomical, okay? Think about every man, woman, child in this country who for the next month and a half, 2 months, or however long this transition takes, or however long these vaccines take, are going to lose a loved one. And they don't want to hear about how this person felt this way and thought that they had a chance to win when they're losing their loved one. Like, that's the conversation that we're having, and it's a slap in the face to anyone who has experienced a loss. And they are happening in real time as we speak. And by not having that conversation is a privilege. Anyone who is having a conversation other than the fact that lives are in jeopardy on a regular basis, congratulations. That's what privilege feels like.
You just sent a chill down my spine. Speaking of the vaccine, a lot of people, thank you, Erica, are wondering, now that 2 potential vaccines have been proven to be highly effective, who's going to get them first? According to the CDC, they've identified 4 groups that get top priority. So first, healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, lab techs. Next are the essential workers, people on the front lines who can't work from home. Third, people with underlying medical conditions. And finally, older adults, people over the age of 65 who have the greatest risk of complications. But one question many of you keep asking, will wealthy people be able to jump the line and get access before ordinary Americans? We saw that with testing, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I could bring the energy like Erica, but I definitely think they're going to jump the line. Why would history change just because we have a new problem on the table? They jumped the line for everything else. I do hope the government steps in, right? Because at the end of the day, Sam, this is a business, right? Whoever does this, whether it be Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, whoever else is on the table, they're there to make money, right? And we say it's all about saving lives. Some people are in it for the money of this thing. So I hope the government snatches up what they need to and then distributes that where they need to. Frontline workers, so on, everything we just everything we just talked about. But if you have money, I have no doubt you're getting to the front of that line.
Tori, do you fear that's going to happen?
First of all, yes, the wealthy always find a way. The uber wealthy always find a way. But also look at it this way, just like you said, testing was unfair because of NBA players got it before teachers, right? The sports teams will get this vaccine, I promise you, before people like the healthcare workers or essential workers.
No.
The NBA, the NFL, yes,
I don't think
they
If
got
that
the testing
happens,
first,
Tori,
and they will get all of this.
Shame
yes,
on
they will.
our country. Shame on other countries that reward their athletes before frontline workers, before healthcare workers. If that is the case, then I hope all of us will speak out against this. I hope that we foresee this from happening by creating some sort of a task force. Like right now with the vaccine, we have Operation Warp Speed to get this vaccine into the hands of the people that need it most, right? So I hope in alignment with that, you will have somebody overseeing all of this.
Yeah, I don't listen. Go back to money. Sports are a big business, right?
Wow.
So if you're going to give this vaccine to the frontline workers because they're going to administer these athletes with that, I mean, we're making a big assumption here. Like, I don't want to jump.
But we're not the only ones saying it.
It's a
But
big
I don't think
leap to think that. Of course, there's going to have to be a triage of a situation. But I know that there's going to also be a hierarchy in this situation as well. So I think all eyes will be on who receives the vaccine and why.
Yeah. Wow. Well, coming up on DBL, our medical pro, Dr. Coley, is putting us on the spot. She's quizzing us on the pandemic and health facts we should know by now. Plus, rapper Jermaine Dupri on his latest collaboration and Mariah Carey's new memoir, Don't Miss Chatting with the Stars. And singer Harry Styles is getting in touch with his feminine side on the new cover of Vogue. DBL Nation is divided. We're going to share your comments next. Welcome back to DBL. Harry Styles is making headlines and a bold fashion statement. He's the first solo male to be featured on the cover of Vogue, but it's the fact that he's wearing a dress that has the internet on fire. Conservative commentator Candace Owens is slamming the look, saying the world needs, quote, manly men to survive. But celebrities, including Zach Braff, Kathy Griffin, and Olivia Wilde, are clapping back, defending Harry's fashion choice. So DBL Nation, do you have an issue with men wearing women's clothing? I'm going to read your comments, then we're going to give our own DBL take. So let's start with Marla from Facebook. She says, it's one thing to be transgender or even gay. Why must men who claim to be straight be okay with wearing women's clothes? What would you say to that, Tori?
if you have a problem with it, don't wear it. Like, if this doesn't affect you, I don't understand the big issue. And women wear pants and men's clothing all the time. Clothing changes all the time. In the 1400s, men wore much more gaudy outfits sometimes than the women. So the idea that this isn't fluid is stupid. It's fluid. Let it go. Let it go.
Okay, so Dee from Facebook says, waking up to my husband in a dress would be my worst nightmare. Erica.
Dee, no offense, honey, but I highly doubt that waking up to your husband in a dress is your absolute worst nightmare. I can think of far more traumatic things. And I agree with Tori. It's the idea that, you know, why are you so affected by this? Now, I understand why we comment on it because that is our job. But for everybody else, why is this ruining your whole life? I mean, it really tells me something about you that your day has stopped down and you are having nightmares over the idea of Harry Styles in a dress on Vogue. Vogue, y'all. Vogue.
Donna from YouTube says, my husband and I both wore tuxes when we got married, so there is no confusion about who wears the pants. We both do. I tried to get him to wear a dress, LOL. Jeff.
I'd love to see a picture of that. You should send that in, Donna. But my thing is, Harry Styles is a rock star, right? And if we look at rock stars from our past, just take Steven Tyler, for example. He's been wearing dresses, capes, scarves, everything for decades. No one says a word to Steven Tyler. They're like, rock on, Steven Tyler. And now, you know, Harry Styles does something and some people are up in arms. I think we're giving this a little more credit than it deserves. I don't think a lot of people are that distraught over this.
Read the comments. People are distraught. Manny from Facebook says, watching the story about the father who wore skirts and heels on DBL was an eye-opener. If the shoe or skirt fits, wear it. Yet, listen, I'm not going to blame anyone that may be shocked by it because we're just not conditioned to see men in gowns, right? So I understand if people have a visceral reaction. However, that's where it should stop there. And I don't like people equating clothing to sexuality, right? Like you look at rapper Young Thug, who has had to come out over and over and over again saying, I am straight. It shouldn't matter either way, but because so many people have labeled him as gay, again, he wouldn't mind, but he's not gay just because he wears a dress doesn't equate to that. So I just think people, if it doesn't affect you, back to Tori's point, let people, right? Do you, boo? Coming up on DBL, the man Taylor Swift labeled a bully makes a new move in their ongoing feud. Why Taylor is not happy about it. And Dr. Coley joins us for a checkup. She's testing our knowledge about the coronavirus in the middle of this pandemic. Don't go away. since the pandemic began, our medical expert, Dr. Coley, has helped keep you and your family healthy with important coronavirus information. But today, it's time to turn the tables. Dr. Coley is going to give us a quiz to see if we've learned anything. I hope we have. So, Dr. Coley, you've become part of our family. We appreciate you so much. It's your turn, Doc, to take the reins. We're calling it Dr. Coley's Checkup. So play along with us at home, okay, DBL Nation? Are you guys ready? Take it away, Doc.
You guys, I am so excited about this, and I hope that you're going to make me proud today. So here it goes. First question. How long can aerosols that are potentially infected with the coronavirus last in the air? Is it 3 minutes, 3 hours, or 3 days?
Okay, Doc, what's the answer? We all have the same answer,
No,
3
I
hours.
put 3 minutes.
Oh, Erica put 3 minutes, Jeff and I have 3 hours.
Erica. All right, Erica, you got to take notes on this one because Jeff and Sam have you beat. So the answer is 3 hours. So just keep that in mind when you leave the studio today, that any aerosols you may have generated will last in the air for 3 hours after you leave.
Crazy.
What does that mean? Just like...
They're just floating around.
Like aerosols out of your mouth, not like a spray can.
Yeah, a spray can of coronavirus.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we're ready for the next question, Doc.
All right, ready for the next question.
Yes.
Which of these actions expels the most droplets and they travel the fastest? Is it coughing, sneezing, or singing?
I know this, I'm going to get it wrong.
I feel like
But this is the fastest. I know this is the wrong answer.
I think mine's the wrong answer, but it seems like sneezing would be the fastest.
The fastest, but I know it's going to be singing.
You guys made me so proud. No, it's sneezing.
Oh, nice.
100% on this one. Yes, so sneezing actually expels 100,000 droplets, and they can travel up to 100 miles per hour. So that's why you got to cover those sneezes whenever you sneeze.
100 miles per hour? Wow. Okay, next question. We're ready.
All right, this is a good one. The novel coronavirus is the same as COVID-19. True or false?
Is this a trick one?
I feel like it's trick.
All right, Sam's my girl here. So this was a trick question. Indeed it was. So the answer here is false. And we see this on TV all the time where there's a confusion between the novel coronavirus and COVID-19. So let's get this straight. The novel coronavirus is the virus that causes COVID-19, which is the disease. So it's almost like HIV and AIDS. So you can be positive for the virus without actually having the disease. So in this case, you can be positive for coronavirus, but it's not necessarily correct to say that they're positive for COVID-19 unless they have the symptoms that qualify the disease.
Dr.
That was a good
Coley,
one,
I
right?
have to ask, how is this the first time I'm ever hearing that?
It's not the first time. She has said it before.
I have never heard it explained, but like HIV and AIDS, that would have made sense to me. Sorry, I missed it, Dr. Coley.
And you know, Erica, it's wrong all over television. So now that you know it, I want you to think about it every time you hear it said on TV, whether it's being used correctly or not.
Okay, I'm going to be listening.
I'm going to drop some facts to my friends.
Okay, next question.
All right, ready for the next one. So, you know, when I am not here with my DBL family, what is my day job? I want to see how well you guys know me. Am I a gynecologist, a nephrologist, or a cardiologist?
I'm like, hold on, let me. Oh man, I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I don't get this right.
Don't copy mine, Jeff.
I just can't spell.
Oh, Jeff's copying my board.
I'm not copying yours. I'm looking at cardiologist on the board over there. I can't spell cardiologist.
I thought you would, I don't know. I'm sorry, girl.
Okay, well, the clue was in Sam's shirt. So I am indeed a cardiologist, you guys. And you know, cardiology was my first love, and I didn't think you could have a second love, but I have to say now my DBL family is my second love. So thank you so much for making me part of your family the last 8 months.
The Bieber heart.
Wow.
I gave you a Bieber heart, Dr. Coley.
Yeah, he did. Okay, what's the next one?
Right back at you.
Yes.
Right back at you. Okay, you guys ready for Final Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is like Final Jeopardy, so it's freestyle. It's not multiple choice. So can each of you name 2 of my silver linings from this pandemic?
Shoot.
This is a hard one.
One
Think
had
hard.
to do with. Dang. I'm getting a total brain freeze
Me too.
right now.
Come on, Erica, make me proud here.
Wait.
Silver lining. Something about. I feel like ballet.
I'm blanking, Doc.
And something about.
All right, well,
wait, I got
the
one.
entire point of. You got one?
Yes.
Okay.
People are more hygienic for flu season, so that should actually lead to less cases. However, we still need to get a flu shot, and we were supposed to do it in October because October was the sweet spot in order for it to carry all the way to the end of flu season.
That is a long, long, long silver lining, but I love it. Okay.
I need to come back, Doc.
I wish I had one about ballet, but I don't, Sam, so you'll have to come up with that one. But the point of this question was just to remind you guys, Thanksgiving is coming, and despite this year, there has been so much for us to be grateful for. So it's been a tough year, but I think there's so many silver linings, and I hope we can all come up with our own as well.
And the winner is Dr. Coley.
Let's see the score. Who's the winner? Sam, you made me proud.
Okay, congratulations.
She should have got a -1 for ballet, by the way.
Okay, I get bragging rights for the year. Dr. Coley, we really appreciate all you've done for us this year. Thank you for playing along with us at home. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Our sources for this are the CDC and the results of the Moderna vaccine trials. According to the CDC, the efficacy of a vaccine is a measure of the reduction of disease in a group that has been vaccinated in a clinical trial. So in phase 3 of Moderna's clinical trial, 30,000 people took part. Half got the vaccine, half did not. Of those 30,000 people, 95 got COVID-19, and of the people who got the virus, 90 received the placebo. The other 5 received the vaccine, making the vaccine 94.5% effective. So far, this fits the FDA's emergency standard. In June, the FDA wanted a vaccine to reduce or prevent COVID in 50% or more of people who got the vaccination. But it's important to note this is the efficacy in a controlled small group. There is no guarantee that everyone in the study was even exposed to the virus. A vaccine's real test of effectiveness in the long run is tested in the general population. Do you have something you'd like verified? Email us at verify@WUSA9.com.
Welcome back to DBL. Tori joining us from home. Okay, so we love sharing your comments, and oof, you guys have a lot to say on Harry Styles. Joetha on Facebook says, why would you care what anyone wears? Betty says, of course he's free to wear a dress, but let's be honest, he doesn't look manly. Faith, this is all part of the assault on masculinity. Real men don't wear dresses. George, let Harry do Harry. I'm not going to put on a dress anytime soon, but hey, times are changing, and maybe I'll feel differently in a few years. And Pat, I can't stand the idea of men wearing dresses. That's the only piece of clothing that women have left to call their own.
The assault on masculinity.
I know.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
You know what bothers me is that a dress is somehow boiled down to being weak. Right? If a woman wears a suit, we are seen as powerful in our power suits. If a man is wearing a dress, you're seen as weak and not masculine because dresses associate to weakness, therefore equate to women not having it. If you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. Does Nelly really have a shot at winning Dancing with the Stars? And Jermaine Dupri tells Al about his exciting new musical collab. DBL's new every day. We'll be right back.
We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Erica. Tori joining us from home. Okay, so the drama between Taylor Swift and record executive Scooter Braun continues. It all started last year when Scooter bought her old music label and the rights to most of her songs. Scooter has now sold them in a deal worth more than $300 million. Taylor explained it all on Twitter, saying she approached Scooter about buying back her music, but realized he'd still profit from her songs. She was also asked to sign an agreement stating she would never say anything bad about Scooter. So Taylor walked away and will now re-record her past 6 albums. Erica, what do you make of Taylor's struggle to reclaim the rights to her old songs?
I think that Taylor is really changing the narrative and updating what her narrative is. I don't think that it's any question why she mentioned the NDA, and I want people to really think about this. Taylor Swift is someone who has really figured out a way to use her story as her art. It's the way that she connects with her audience. And our stories are so important. When anyone's asking for an NDA, aside from X's and O's of a business deal, if you're having to remove or censor a part of who you are or what got you to this point, that is always problematic. And I think what she's really saying, and a lot of us can learn from this, is your story is more important and more valuable than any business deal. And I think that's certainly from someone who only had her story left when I lost everything. So I think it's really important that people walk away with that message.
Listen, I think Erica's got a good point with the NDA, but a lot of people online don't understand what you just said, right? They don't understand what an NDA means. You explained it perfectly. A lot of people are just like, why doesn't Scooter give the rights or records back to Taylor Swift? He tried, and in the deal, she goes, listen, if you're gonna profit from this in any way, I want out of this deal. So she took the deal off the table. He tried to give her back her own records. It's not his problem that it was a good business deal on his end. And then when she didn't want him to profit at all, he took the business somewhere else and made $300 million off of it. Now he's the bad guy. The NDA, you got a point here, but I'm saying it's business.
Yeah, but I don't disagree with that, but you always have to ask why an NDA is being brought into a business deal, especially when it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but you have to be ethical though too. I understand that it's business, but you have your sauce that you're going to do one day, right? Can we talk about it?
Jardiniere.
Jardiniere.
Yes.
Okay, so you got jardiniere. You've got a family recipe that's really vital to you. You even have an awesome logo that you showed me that really represents all of that. What if I were to just be like, oh, that sounds really cool. I feel like that's going to make me a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that. Even if it was from, like, maybe, let's say, one of your partners, and I didn't go directly to you, even though it's your story, and I went ahead and I went around you and I got it from one of your partners, it's still a kosher business deal, but is it really that kosher considering that it's your story?
It's called show business, not show friendship.
You'd be so upset at me.
I know, I'd be so mad at you. But Erica was like leaning back, and I had to deliver something good.
Tori,
I wanted to know.
She wanted to get something. Oh, Tori's here. She's going to get me too. Drag me into deep water, Tori. Let's go.
No, I kind of understand where you're coming from because that's the societal norm of the contract. Remember Billy Joel? This guy lost everything because he didn't have anything. So what I think Taylor's trying to do is be the first pioneer, if you will. She's the first one in the boat, and she's trying to change what we all know of as a good business deal. It was never ethical, as Sam said correctly. It was just normal. And now she's saying, I'm changing it to a new normal. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I like my jardiniere analogy a lot.
I thought it was spot on. It was spot on. Be shady, but be shady out in the open, okay? Don't make us all have to act like we don't know you shady.
All right, fans of Dancing with the Stars are divided over last night's shocking double elimination. Ballroom underdog Nelly managed to dance his way into the finals with a passionate paseo. He also showed off his footwork with this energetic jive, which earned him his first perfect score of the season. Still, both Nelly and his partner seemed shocked when his name was called for the finals. Watch.
Whoa, Nelly and Daniela.
But some fans were upset that figure skater Johnny Weir was eliminated, along with Sky Jackson, who also earned 3 perfect 10s for her second dance. Okay, so Tori, do you like rooting for the underdog? Does he deserve to be in the finals? Why all the uproar?
Because it's Nelly. We all want Nelly to win. It's weird that he's there. It's cool. Let Nelly win. I want the underdog to win. Johnny Weir is already a dancer. It's like when the gymnasts win. They know how to dance. Let Nelly have his moments and let us play that great song that he plays. You know, if you want to go take a ride with me, let's take a ride with Nelly.
That's not the song you should have quoted, Tori.
And Johnny Weir's an ice skater.
That didn't even apply.
She's talking about Nelly.
Nelly.
Nelly's a rapper.
Tori, you should have said, nobody should be surprised by this, Tori. He said, I am number 1. 2 is not a winner. 3, nobody remember. That's the song you should have quoted.
Tori doesn't know that song. Do you know that song, Tori?
Tori, what Nelly songs do you know?
Yes, it's my ringtone, the one Erica just mentioned.
What Nelly songs do you know, Tori?
If you want to go take a ride with me.
There you go. That was it. There you go. Wait, Tori, Johnny Weir's an ice skater, isn't he? What do you mean he's a dancer?
Yeah, but he knows when you're an ice skater, you learn how to dance ballet. You take classical dance lessons. The word you were looking for was choreography. Of course he's going to be better. Let Nelly take a ride.
You were looking for the word choreography.
No, he takes dance lessons. He knows No, I wasn't. No, I'm not.
I love you,
he
Tori.
literally knows how to point his toes correctly.
I love you, Tori.
It's choreography.
short answer is
love you too.
I love being on the panel with three ladies.
No one's attacking you.
I know, that's why I'm just defensive. What'd you say?
Okay. Netflix recently posted a video dedicated to the unsung heroes of the movie industry, working moms in Hollywood. Have a look.
The ones that show up proud and pregnant. The ones that pump in your car and squeeze into stalls and give the director's chair new meaning. The ones that come back with stitches, pads, and backaches after giving birth and are asked, how did you enjoy your time off? The ones that fought for a chair, a trailer to nurse, or childcare on location. We see you.
Oh, that gets me emotional. It's the first time I've seen this.
I think you need to speak on this. This is.
Yeah, I think what spoke to me on that is just seeing how much you juggle, right? Like constantly being like, okay, it's been 2 hours. I got to go find space to go pump somewhere, and then making it back in time. Also, when I came back from maternity leave, there I was pumping on air. Oh, man, that was tough because that's when we were doing 12-hour days back then. And so I was pumping like 5 times a day and missing my kids at home, or my daughter, Sophie, at home. But I also, what spoke to me in that commercial PSA, whatever it was, I completely, I'm having like brain fog right now, was the fact that when I came back from maternity leave, I did have some of our viewers say, how was your time off? And even though I had more viewers be super supportive and understand that maternity leave is not a vacation, it is, you can speak to this, Jeff, the first 3 months of a child's life, they call it the 4th trimester, it is exhausting. You are up literally 24/7, taking care of that child. You do not sleep. You're neurotic. You're worried about the child. You're still recovering from birth, and it is a really, really rough. It's a magical 3 months, but it's a really rough 3 months.
I don't think our viewers, just to defend them a bit, we're trying to attack you in anywhere saying you're on vacation, because I think a lot of our viewers are older women who are mothers and know exactly what you're talking about. So even if they told me I had a week off for my kid, how was your week off? It was good to not focus on work and just focus on my child. I think they were coming from a place of love.
Listen, I think people do come from a place of love, but I think we have to be really careful about words matter. And I think we have to be careful about that narrative, because for so long it's been engraved in society that when you tell somebody, how was your time off, it does fuel that misogynistic narrative. Even if it comes from a good, loving place, it's not time off. It is you taking care of your child and yourself from childbirth. It's a lot. Coming up on DBL, we're chatting with rapper, producer, and longtime Mariah Carey collaborator, Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mimi's new memoir? That's next.
Welcome back to DBL. Jermaine Dupri is a Grammy-winning rapper and hitmaker. His latest collaboration features black male artists singing about change. Al caught up with him earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Jermaine Dupri, welcome back to DBL. We got to get right into it. You need to tell our viewers, what it was like working with 35-plus Grammy winners to collaborate on the charitable song Change during this ongoing pandemic.
Nothing is too big, nothing is too small. We can be the change that we want to see. We want to see.
So it was definitely a challenging project. Probably one of the first projects that I ever did where I wasn't physically in the studio with the people. And I guess, during this pandemic and all of this stuff that we've been in the house, you got to get used to that. So that was basically what I was getting used to, like this new formality of making music and having to call people and email people songs and do it a different way. It was challenging, but I got it done. One of the kids, Kedron and Wanye, I was on the phone with both of them when they did their parts.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about next. Kedron is 13, and he's featured on Change, and he became famous for expressing himself about racial injustice in a video that went viral.
And I see what's being done to my kind.
And as somebody that's worked with kids in the industry, do you have any special career advice for him, and also maybe for parents that have a young child star coming up?
Yeah, just to stay young. I think we in an era where everybody young wants to be old fast, really, really fast, right? When you see a kid that's 13, they want to be 16 immediately. See, like my ultimate goal when I first did Crisscross before Crisscross, was that I wanted to be a millionaire before I turned 19. I wanted this to happen as a youthful person.
Well, as a young kid sitting watching Yo MTV Raps, watching Crisscross jump, you did it, man. You reached across the whole country.
Thank you.
Hey, man, thank you. Now let's get right into this. You and a bunch of other artists participated with Joe Biden. He had the I Will Vote concert, and you were able to introduce your daughter to his running mate, Senator Harris. Can you tell me what that moment was like for you both?
I mean, my daughter just graduated from University of Miami, so to continue to give her that motivation and lift that she needs as a black woman, I thought it was like the ultimate thing that I could do as a father.
Right, and I mean, once you meet the potential future vice president, now you're like, I met her, maybe next time, maybe I'm gonna be president now. But one debate that I don't think anybody got tired of was the one between you and your daughter, and you guys were going back and forth about Ketchup. So state your case right here on DBL. This is your platform. Let me hear it.
Listen, I don't like cold ketchup.
So now I just try to put my ketchup in the refrigerator.
Where it belongs, might I add.
What?
Understand this, because when you get ketchup in packets, right, the packets are not inside the refrigerator either. So I don't, I hear people saying this, but I don't know. I don't like cold ketchup. She said that's where it's supposed to go. So.
Nah, I'm with you. Warm ketchup all day, room temperature, if that. You earned a Grammy with your girl Mariah Carey. We Belong Together. Now her memoir is making headlines. It's a New York Times, obviously instant bestseller. Did you read the book, and did anything surprise you about it?
Oh, I've been listening to the audio version because it sounds like Alice in Wonderland when she sings and she's speaking and you're listening to her talk. I told her we should make it into like a movie because it sounds like a Disney story when you're listening to the audio version. But no, I mean, I know Mariah for so long. I pretty much knew a lot of the stuff that's in the book already.
All right, now, like I said, you are family here on DBL. We appreciate you, JD, for spending time. DBL Nation, download Jermaine's latest project, Change, to support. Now, look, the proceeds will go to the Social Change Fund. Make sure to check it out. Jermaine, you are family here. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for some sweet, sweet deals. Earlier, Steph showed Tori some amazing products at even better prices. Here's today's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com.
I missed you last week. I want to know, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
This is the TG 10-piece professional makeup brush set. It comes with this carrying case that you can roll up for storage or organization, and you can fit it around your waist like a pro.
Like a pro.
For all your tools. And it has brushes for your cheeks, eyes, lips, blending, shading, and more. It's got absolutely everything. And it comes in black or silver. Now, normally this kit, which is huge, is $125, right? But we've got it for $25, which means our viewers save 80%.
Wow, make up that savings and buy it.
I love that.
It's not good. That wasn't good.
It was great. I love it. This is my favorite product of the week. But also,
Amazing.
I've got something that's going to help you relax, relieve your stress without ever leaving your home. So this is the Miko foot massager with dynamic heat and acupressure technology. So it's lightweight, it's compact, and it gives you the healing benefits of an authentic shiatsu massage. And the acupressure nodes target different pressure points and increase your circulation. It's got soothing heat that gets really like deeper levels of relaxation, and I just think this is the best product ever. So normally this is $150. We've got it, are you ready? For $69.
All right.
So that saves 74%.
Can you imagine the heat on a cold winter's day, getting those pressure points?
Love it. Okay, next. Finding good quality headphones that don't break the bank is pretty much impossible, right? But we have got these iFrog Sound Hub plugs earbuds. So they give you really clear, full-bodied sound while they connect to your phone via Bluetooth. And it comes with these removable sport wings, so it holds them in place when you're on the move.
Good, because that's my problem.
And the best part is they have a battery life of 11 hours. So that's a lot of gym sessions or hikes, or, you know, just hanging around the house while you're washing up the pots if you don't want to disturb other people. Perfect.
Amazing.
So normally these are $30, but we've got them for $12.
$12?
I know, which means Daily Blast Live viewers are gonna save 60%.
Whoa! And guys, I know my canals don't work with the thingies, so having the wings, I didn't know that's what they were called. I'm in love.
I love it. Okay, and lastly, Tori, I've got something that's just in time for the holiday season. So this is the 2-pack Luminara Real Flame Effect LED window candle.
Yes!
So you can put them on your dining table, on your bedside, anywhere that you want to have a soft, warm glow. And the LED flame, it moves, look, like it's dancing like a real flame. And it's so pretty, and it's going to look so realistic when they're turned on. They're gorgeous. And it comes in with a built-in 5-hour timer. And you can pick either this brushed nickel or gold, so whatever matches your decor at home. Normally these are $80.
I see.
We've got them for $29, which means you're saving 64%.
Yes.
And it's safety, isn't it? It's like the beautiful glow of a candle, but safe.
I've always wanted these, and I'm going full out with decorations because I think people need warmth right now.
Oh,
so
yes.
I'm going to get these, I'm going to stick them in, and then I'm going to do tons of white Christmas lights around it. Beautiful idea. Steph, I'm going to go buy everything, and I wonder if you all will too. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these really amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com just on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
This week, President Donald Trump tweeted that Dominion, a company that makes and operates voting machines, was responsible for 2.7 million Trump votes being deleted and hundreds of thousands of Trump votes being switched to Joe Biden. To find out if this is true, we checked with the Department of Homeland Security, the state departments of Michigan and Georgia, and statements from Dominion and Edison Research. Now, the White House hasn't responded to our request for sources on this claim, but the president's tweet links to a conservative news outlet. They cite a, quote, unaudited analysis of data obtained from Edison Research. So we checked with Edison Research. Their president, Larry Rosen, told us they never created any report like this or published any data that leads to this claim, adding, quote, we have no evidence of voter fraud. That means there's currently no evidence, period, to support the president's claim. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, is an agency under the oversight of the Department of Homeland Security. Now, they started their own Rumorverse reality page where they investigate viral rumors. Now, Thursday, after the president's tweet, they published this joint statement along with other government agencies. It says, quote, there is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. Bottom line, there's no evidence to support the president's claim that voting machines led to votes being lost or deleted. If you've got other election claims you want us to look into, send us an email. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Tomorrow on DBL, a shocking family tragedy. Innocent children adopted only to be allegedly held captive and killed.
It is hard and it's ugly, the things that people will do to children.
The fight for justice in True Crime Chronicles. And inside the elite club where being brainy is boss. Are you guys really that smart, or are you just really good at taking tests? That's tomorrow, only on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. Okay, so most of you are still talking about Trump, Biden, and the transition. Linda on Facebook says, Gore had 37 days. Why can't Trump? Chris on Facebook says, more fear-mongering from Biden and the left. There are vaccines, and work is not going to stop just because Biden isn't getting his way. Allison says, I don't think it's fear-mongering to address that the stakes are high and people need to be on the ball and do the work. And finally, Serena says Trump needs to work with the incoming administration. It's beyond ego. Lives are at stake. That was your point, Erica.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Jeff. DBL is new every day. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Mm-hmm.